Hello everyone and welcome back. We're here for another Marvel Monday, and this is particularly marvelous because we are not playing against Rhino Heroic 3. If you want to see why, check out last week's stream. We also just did a stream where we were talking about the upcoming Kang scenario expansion, which is due out in October. So if you missed that, you can check out that video, and if you don't already have a scenario subscription, check that out as well. Sign up. It'll show up on your doorstep. You don't have to do anything proactive or pay in advance, etc. It's super easy.
My head's a lot shinier.
It is. You're looking a little lighter now.
We probably need to fix this light. I don't know. It's kind of a
Depends on where you lean back.
Kind of a nice effect. Really sets me off from the background there, doesn't it?
That's right. How you doing?
Well, I'm looking at this Miss Marvel protection thing, which I think is an exciting opportunity, basically looking at the Doctor Strange cards and adding them into the Miss Marvel mix. What I'm disappointed by is how many of them are like if you're defending cards, and it really flies in the face of Miss Marvel's ability. Because if you defend...
Tell me why that's the case.
If you're defending, then you're exhausting. And if you're exhausting, then you can't use the ability that says after you play an attack, thwart, or defense event, exhaust Miss Marvel to return to your hand.
So you need a defense event that doesn't require you to be defending.
That's right. An example of that, I don't think Wiggle Room is a defense event, but it's the idea. Okay, so the idea is there, right?
You use that twice, it's fantastic.
When you would take any amount of damage per event, draw a card. Now I wish we could pull up a card like Expert Defense. Now I wish this...
Are the cards popping when we're in the screen?
Probably not. Yeah, probably not. But we can go down. Let's go down to the deck building mode, guys.
Yeah, let's do it.
Come in with us here.
Also, for context, we're going to be playing against Wrecking Crew Heroic 1. Which will be setting up. We also are fresh off 7 weeks against Rhino, so both Steve and I are looking at heroes and aspects that we previously just couldn't figure out.
Didn't feel like they had the goods to beat Heroic 3.
Yeah, so I'm planning on playing Thor, Aggression,
Rhino
which I've already built, but Steven is working on his Miss Marvel protection deck.
That's right.
Carry on.
Got the defense cards. So like, there's some interesting things here when you start looking at the protection pool, especially when you have Wiggle Room from Miss Marvel. It's like Unflappable is very, very easy to trigger. It says after you defend against an attack and take no damage, exhaust it to draw a card. So because you've got like Wiggle Room and potentially like Defensive Stance, which is another good example of a card here that more or less does the same thing. When you would take damage, discard it to prevent it. So that'll let you know how great Wiggle Room ultimately is. So this is a 2-cost upgrade that does what Wiggle Room does. Except Wiggle Room also draws you a card and costs 0. So it's like unbelievably good.
It's very strong, especially with Miss Marvel's ability to get it back. I mean, a 0-cost card that draws you 2 and prevents 6 is insane.
It's unreal. So we got the Defensive Stance. I think that's good. Like Desperate Defense is one of these cards that I wish I could recur with Miss Marvel. If you could get like +4 defense, like defend, play this card, get it back with her ability to play this card. That would be really nice. But you can't quite do that with the sequencing. Same with Expert Defense. Hero Defense gets +3 for the attack. So I'm trying to decide if I want to just rely on Miss Marvel's ability in a different way, like maybe with going up and playing cards and using the attack events and whatnot. And then when it comes time to the defense side of the game, maybe it's all about like getting a card with Unflappable, not taking any damage, defending with Expert Defense and Desperate Defense like any protection hero would, and then kind of using that to prevent damage and get cards, and then taking those cards and then using them on offense next turn, getting them back with the Miss Marvel ability, and kind of having a little bit off sequence kind of play turn there. Because like with Desperate Defense, you get to ready, and with the Indomitable, you get to ready. So there are going to be times when you can like defend an attack for +3 or +5, stand up because of Desperate Defense, then another attack comes your way and you Wiggle Room it and recur that twice to get 2 cards and prevent 6 damage. And that also gets you an Unflappable card. There's some things here, and Momentum Shift is a good one generally for Miss Marvel too, where you get to heal 2 damage from a hero and deal 2. It is an attack card, so you have that ability in Miss Marvel to basically make it deal 4 in your turn. So healing 2 damage and dealing 4 to the villain for 2 is a really good exchange.
Do you think that you will be defending a lot? You only have 1 defense, so like, is that an actual reasonable?
Well, it's
like,
hard
I'm thinking
because the
about
green
like
cards make you want to do it.
Armored Vest and Indomitable particularly. want you to be defending. And, you know, we're dealing with a Wrecking Crew, so...
Well, Expert Defense forces you to defend. Desperate Defense forces you to defend. So like if you drop these cards, which is a fair thing to do, let's just say we don't defend at all.
Too.
After that, unflappable is after you defend an attack.
Yeah.
So you quickly learn that, like, why are you playing protection if you're not going to be defending?
Well, I think the
Get behind me and tackle. Momentum
energy
shift.
barrier is the card for me.
I mean, yeah, that's good. But like every hero runs energy barrier well. I'm looking for events that make it worth running out of Miss Marvel.
People are saying tackle.
Yeah, it's here.
Okay, cool.
It's good. I mean, it's does the damage and then you get to stun the enemy.
Which is particularly nice here because you can stun multiple of the crew.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in a lot of cases, one stun is about all you really want. But getting it back is actually interesting.
Night Nurse is great. Always great.
Nightmare?
Action. Night Nurse.
Oh, Nightmares. I was like, what's a
Nightmares is
What does
great.
Night Nurse do?
Night Nurse was great in Thrones. So Night Nurse is like an awesome version of Med Team, basically, but it's only usable on heroes. So it's 3 uses, same idea, medical counters, only costs 1, which is nice. Exhaust it, heal the damage from a hero, and discard a status card from it.
Oh, nice.
So that's a big deal. So it's ultimately going to heal 3 for 1, and then it's also going to potentially remove 3 statuses, which I would probably save it for that purpose.
Yeah.
You're stunned, you're confused. This would be really clutch against Rhino that we just played.
Yeah.
Like, that would make a big difference.
Yeah, I haven't played Wrecking Crew long enough. I'm not really sure what to expect. So that's what today's going to be, is exploring some new heroes and aspects, and then also really starting to pin down what Wrecking Crew even does.
100%. Okay, so let's see. If I'm looking at the cards that actually work well with Miss Marvel, the only 3 are Preemptive Strike, Tackle, and Momentum Shift.
Yeah, I almost feel like my vibe with Marvel here, like Preemptive Strike and the Energy Barrier plus your wiggle rooms, and then it's like the idea that most of the time you're just taking the damage if there's any left over to be had.
Yeah, just not defending,
Yeah.
basically. And then you got the heals, so you can just actually make that work. And maybe Med Team is actually somewhat more appropriate here. And defensive stance actually plays well here, I think. The idea that when you would take any amount, you can discard it to prevent 3.
Yeah, that's super good.
So that's good. It almost makes you want to run now Unflappable is defending only. I wish it was when you would take damage and you don't, you get to exhaust and draw a card, but it's unfortunate. But it does seem like to get the most out of these cards, you would have to build Miss Marvel in a way that is not going to be very effective.
Yeah, this is the sweet to me where it's like, and I like seeing this. I think this
Kind
is
of
a
a
good
different
sign.
direction, yeah.
Yeah, where you have an aspect, and already we're starting to see some different lanes being built. Because like when I'm playing like Spider-Man protection or Captain America, but obviously Cap's Cap, but like Spider-Man, this is all fantastic because he starts out at that 3, and it's like
they've all got him on it too. Isn't
Yeah.
this from his pack? I mean, it would make sense, right? Most of these have
from the
shield
Cap.
on it and all of that.
Cap was leadership. So one of these is from
Really?
his pack, yeah. But it's like
Who'd have thought?
Cap's obviously good because he got 2 defense and he can block and ready himself and stuff. But Spider-Man with his 3 defense makes super use out of these. But Miss Marvel is a different vibe.
It is a different vibe, isn't it?
But I mean, you only need, assuming you have 5 to 7 neutral cards, you only need 18 of your aspect.
Let's pull those neutrals. Do you have the stack of just like neutrals we always run?
I mean, they're in the deck.
Because I'm gonna have to get into like probably haymakers and stuff too.
Here's the
Just to give it a little,
generic neutral. Let me see.
because
it
is Miss Marvel.
I also got first aid.
I would consider running that card that gives you the lightning resources to run Nova, but I'm just not convinced.
Nova's a hard sell for me.
It's a hard sell, yeah. Target acquired is not going to be it. Endurance, of course, we could talk about that forever. Enhanced awareness, reflexes is what I was saying. Enhanced reflexes is what I was talking about there. I don't need Avengers Tower. Did you have my helicarrier and all that stuff?
Yeah.
She actually probably runs Quinn Carrier quite well.
I don't. So
She's
good on you.
She's an Avenger, yeah? No, she's not at all. So she runs Quinn Carrier the worst. She's expressly not an Avenger.
That's hilarious.
Makes sense. I haven't seen her in the Avenger stuff, so
She's
can
on
make
the
her an honorary Avenger.
She's on the honorary Avenger card
There we go.
for good reason.
Now we've got combos.
I hear that works. Can you feel my sarcasm? It's real.
I can feel it. So maybe you run some haymakers. I mean, 2 for 5 with that upgrade is not bad. Warning. Ooh. That's interesting, actually. Check out warning. Look at that.
Yeah. The 0 cost, just prevent 1 damage. I think that fits into your...
You can just
theme,
recur
right?
it and prevent 2 damage no matter what.
For an exhaust without having to actually block.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I might run 2 of those.
And it works if you're being a friend. Like, you can prevent the damage to me as well.
No. Not with a defense keyword anymore. You've got to be the one being attacked.
But it says when a hero would take any amount of damage.
That's the way it works, man.
No.
It's the way it works?
No.
Somebody on chat, tell me I'm wrong. Defense keyword.
Yeah, just said only on you.
Only on you.
Baloney.
They did not write that card understanding that that's how defense would be rolled. 100% true. This is when you can fan yourself.
I'm playing aggression today, so I feel my blood boiling.
So I got my, and I did my due diligence here on Hall of Heroes, and I checked some of the rulings.
Good
and
for you.
I caught up on the U debate.
Makes you want to flip a table.
The
I
U
hate
debate
this stuff.
is still out of control to me. The U debate now makes it where if you should be referred to as your identity, period. You means your identity. So like a card, let's say, if a card says when you defeat an enemy, do X. So like what's that Justice card that does that? When you defeat like Interrogation Room? Mm-hmm. When you defeat a minion, do X. If your ally defeats a minion, you can't trigger it. If an upgrade defeats a minion, you can't trigger it. Nova defeats a minion, you can't trigger it. If you, as the hero, attack that minion, then you can trigger it. And if an upgrade attached to your hero defeats the minion, you can indeed trigger it. Which is one of the more confusing parts of that for me.
It just is.
You put something on your hero and then it becomes you.
That's the kind of thing that drives me crazy.
No, it drives me crazy. You're supposed to be like the cool guy, and I'm supposed to be all logical and cold.
No, you remember when I was getting a little bit on tilt when playing Skytear?
Yeah.
And it was like, why are we referencing half of this card right now?
Yes, I remember that.
Those little things, if it's not intuitive, is when it really drives me crazy. Because I don't want to have to understand the like.
Right, you don't want to read
every
the rule
little
book.
exception and like all these little like weird things, especially if it's not what was in the original rulebook. It just makes me. It just gets me going.
James Kang, cool name given that we just unboxed Kang there. We did defeat Rhino Heroic 3. You should go check it out.
Spoiler, last week's. Week 7.
Lepric86, we thought it worked too, but given the most recent thing that I read on Hall of Heroes, the most recent update, it doesn't work.
That literally, I mean, this card. This
means
is
your
the problem
identity.
with this ruling. This card is now a waste of 3 perfectly good pieces of cardboard for no reason.
Do you want to? Hey, Mohammed, asking, great videos. Thank you. Do you deliver to Germany? Yeah, we do. How much does delivery cost? You can check it out. Just add what you want to your cart, and you can estimate the shipping.
Even if you add a subscription, you can go to checkout, and it'll show you what the estimated is on that.
Add your address.
It won't be cheap, but it won't be awful.
Have they reversed course now, John? I don't know. I can't keep up with the winds of change that is the U. I swear it's like the old Bill Clinton thing. Definition
Depends
of is.
on what your definition of is. Thanks, Bill. He went to law school. You know
How
what I mean?
absurd is that? Okay, I'm going to run some warnings.
It's actually genius.
Well,
it's a different little kind of genius.
it is what it is. Isn't that what people say these
Well, it
days?
depends on what your definition of is.
It is. It is what it is.
I swear, God. When the first time I heard that as an adult, I was just like, that's amazing.
I'm going to run all of these new protection allies just to see how they go.
Speezer says, been watching your Arkham streams. Just wondered if you have items in stock for purchase for Arkham or where I can find them at. So we have everything in stock that we can get a hold of. If it's not in stock, you can sign up for a wait list to get an email when we have it. A lot of those products are hard, like the pandemic hit and those just disappeared like crazy. So it's kind of a touch and go situation. I would recommend getting on the wait list if you want to know when those are back, and also sign up for a subscription to not miss the other stuff that's coming out. That's what I did. I'm late to the Arkham party myself. But it's a good time because the Innsmouth Deluxe hasn't come out yet, so that's the first Deluxe that would be served. The Innsmouth packs haven't come out, that's the first packs that would be served. And I believe the next scenario, we just got the blob processed, so I think the next thing in the scenario pack subscription is also a standalone. And then we're out of the Investigator Starter subscription, so stay tuned on that one. There's a wait list for that too.
Stay tuned. Steve saying, you is always your hero. Unfortunately, that is not true. You is always your identity, which in this game is, as you know, very different. Also, the warning thing, Matt. So warning, you might as well just defend for 1. Yes, that is true most of the time. However, because of your ability to recur it, you actually are defending for 2 with warning instead of 1.
If you need to prevent 2, or if you need to prevent 2 to a different hero.
That's not true.
When
Doesn't
the
work.
rules.
Doesn't
I know
work.
it doesn't work. I'm just saying when they correct
The
it
way
next
it was supposed
time,
to work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The intended use. I know we've toyed with this, and we'll see if we end up getting there. I'm more and more
I
these
did
days.
go through with the shaved head, yes.
More and more, I'm just willing to do whatever it takes to enjoy a game. Like, just really lean into that. And so, like, we've even been talking about with heroes that we think are just, like, a little bit under or a lot bit under the curve, finding the most minimal ways to tweak them, to make them at least in the conversation. Like, I was not going to play Thor after, like, 2 or 3 games against Rhino Heroic 3, and I wish that weren't the case. So it's like,
Sure.
what do we need to tweak to make this happen? So that's something we might look at in the future if we beat everything on Heroic and run out of stuff to do before new stuff comes out.
21. Do you have the neutrals? The neutrals that I should be running?
Oh,
Like, were you getting them ready? Is that
these
me?
these are not me.
Okay,
Yeah, these
that's
are
me.
just a stack of random
Okay.
cards.
I want these. Avengers Mansion. I do need a helicarrier. Do we have a helicarrier floating around somewhere?
Is it not in the stack?
And probably a Nick Fury, right? Come on.
Is it not in that stack that you have?
Yeah, it probably is. I just thought they were, somewhere. Just a pile of always run these cards.
Are you a Quinn carrier kind of guy?
I can't. I'm not an Avenger. And I'm not an honorary Avenger to then eventually get out the Quinn carrier, to then eventually get a wild resource. That's just not.
Yeah, well, I can't run it because it's a mental resource.
See you, Quinn carrier. Nice to know you.
That's how we end up with a discarded Thor or a Hulk. And they can't have that happen. Hulk is great in this scenario, by the way. That's why I'm
This
excited.
one?
Oh, yeah. There's 4 villains.
I think wasn't somebody asking about the Iron Hulk deck?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Hold on.
Nathan,
There's-
hey, really appreciate that shout out. Says, wanted to say thanks for the amazing subscription service. Just got Thanos in today and couldn't be more excited. That's
Very
the
cool. Yeah, that's
Crisis
a great
Protocol.
looking model.
I put that together this weekend.
These sleeves are different.
Oh, really?
Dang it. Look at
Oh,
that.
yeah.
You can tell. Wait, maybe it's only a few. Hold on. Oh, yeah, look, that's the old dragon shield back there.
Whoa, yeah. These are all the same. I have plenty.
So Daniel Crowley was asking, Zach, you had an amazing Iron Man deck that revolved around Hulk. You called it your Iron Hulk deck. I think you played it against Goblin. Have you shared that deck list anywhere?
Yeah, I think Iron Hulk, at least as it was built then, is on
Marvel CDB?
Marvel CDB. Let me see if I can find it.
Darren Ort says, any love for Black Widow? Yes, we'll be playing Black Widow. Zach's got her built as well.
Yeah,
We'll play her.
she's on my short list. Let me see if I can find a link real quick to that Iron Hulk.
And Matthew, yes, or Matt, you are still exhausted. Yeah, you exhausted and defended for 2 instead of exhausting and defended for 1. So it's not going to make it in, though. I can tell. Yeah, Corey, you're right. You're totally right. A lot of good you discussion going on here. Yeah.
Who?
You. Any word on when FFG is going to start doing reprints again? Presumably they're behind because of COVID.
I have no idea. I assume they're trying to stock those as fast as they can. I know those first several releases, it was just a nightmare. They weren't keeping up, and it just compounds on itself. And then you inject. We're running that same issue with Flesh and Blood right now, just getting restocks in.
Yeah.
By the time we get more in, there's so many people on the wait list that the thing we originally had ordered was not enough. So we're trying to catch up. I assume those are just in constant reprint. Because the stuff coming out more recently seems like it's less troublesome to get.
Masso here on YouTube watched a bunch of Shut Up and Sit Down over the weekend and saw y'all had interviews with them. It was cool, like a Crossing Worlds. Yeah, it's great. We have a good relationship with those guys. I watched their Western Empires review this weekend, last night, which is like the biggest board game imaginable.
Ever?
It takes like 9 to 10 hours to play, and then they have an expansion coming out that makes it twice as big, and it's supposed to take like a day.
Oh, I remember seeing this. They had like a big, long
Yeah.
video about it. I
It was
didn't
cool.
watch
They got
it, but
250,000 views on that puppy.
That's crazy.
It's a big deal for board games. It was a good review too, and Quinn's reviewed the gaming table in the way that only Quinn's could.
in the Quinn's fashion.
Yeah, it's great.
Love seeing this. Where's it at? Danny says, just finished listening to the new podcast. Can't wait for part 2.
Good.
That's fun. That's a fun discussion.
Yeah. David Peters said, Zach, you should run Quinn Carrier, but you can't, right? You're not an Avenger? Are you an Avenger?
I'm Thor, man. He's an Avenger.
Wait, you're an Avenger on both sides.
No, he's an
this is
Asgardian.
Asgard. Ah, okay.
The reason I'm not is because it's Wild, and Wild gets rid of Hulk. This is a Hulk deck.
Oh.
I hope you run heals because he can do one to everything, which is just like
That's important.
very good.
Okay, cool. Nathan's asking, who's hyped for the X-Men announcement on July 29th? So that's technically for Crisis Protocol.
Yep.
Which is good enough because that's going to be super fun to paint X-Men things. Well, to watch you paint them and other people.
Dude,
But
quick segue real quick. Hold that thought.
uh-huh.
I was like, I'm going to collect the Avengers, the main Avengers. And then they had the Spidey villains
you're
faction,
collecting
and
X-Men,
I was
dude.
like, let's get the Spidey villains and the
It's
Avengers.
X-Men.
And then it was like, they announced the Avengers, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is
Yeah.
another 10, 15.
Now there was some speculation. So let's make a couple of hot takes here. First of all, X-Men in Crisis Protocol is great. I'm looking forward to seeing those models. But then second, it's like, so what does that mean for Marvel Champions? Does it mean anything? I actually think it does. I think it does mean something. From my understanding of the X-Men license, it's treated as an entirely separate beast from the general kind of Marvel property. It has its own property management, its own brand management, its own IP management. It kind of lives in its own separate universe from the general Marvel franchise.
And I think it's primarily from like a financial licensing standpoint. There's some weird stuff going on there. You always see it like, even with the other tabletop companies that do Marvel stuff, they'll separate the two, right? Like Dice Masters and stuff where it's like, there's X-Men set,
Yep.
and then there's non-X-Men sets.
Yeah, agreed. And what that means is, now it doesn't mean that X-Men are coming to Marvel Champions, but what it does mean is that there's a studio in the Asmodee umbrella, which may run up through Asmodee, Global or whatever, that pursued the X-Men license and was granted it because the X-Men people saw that it had enough value to be in a hobby miniatures game like Crisis Protocol, to then give them access to that license. Now, I don't think it's possible that wouldn't have positive implications for Marvel Champions also getting that X-Men license. I mean, you're dealing with the same entity in kind of smaller, maybe FFG goes up to Asmodee and says, we'd also like the X-Men license, and they work that out with the X-Men people. But I think it does increase the odds that X-Men will be coming to Marvel Champions potentially sooner. I definitely take that as a positive sign. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but I think it's a very positive sign.
It just means the odds are higher, right? Like, if it's possible
Matt, I got you.
in one place, I think it's possible in both.
Jordan S. asking, new Flesh and Blood stuff coming in? Yes.
Soon.
Tomorrow, probably? Is what it's looking like right now?
That is the
I
goal.
look more like I'm from London. Like, hey,
Like you're a London chap?
who wants to rob a bank? Like that kind of a vibe.
Wow.
Like
That's a very specific kind of London,
like
I guess.
Snatch or whatever, like all of that, those kind of like London-based criminal things. It's a Boondock Saints and
Okay.
London crime movies, right? There's always the bald guy and he's got the leather jacket
That's
and he's
you.
holding the, and he's like, hey,
I was thinking more like Bane from Batman, but,
no
to
thanks.
each his own. I beat in it.
Danny said your Thor looks great that you painted.
Hey, thank you. It definitely went to a new place on understanding how to paint white on that model.
Man,
It's not
Corey, this
easy.
is cool. Corey, you're saying, I've been waiting for the Spirit Island expansion. Lydia says, I've been vibrating out of my seat waiting for the Spirit Island expansion.
What's Spirit Island?
You don't...
The board game?
Yeah, the board game. The most widely suggested, probably cooperative board gaming experience ever.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know it came that highly recommended.
You're all on the island, and I think your gods working together
Was
to
that
get
Eric
the
playing?
settlers out. No, I don't
Who
think so.
did Spirit Island?
I don't know. I'm not good with board games. Yeah, that's true. Chris is right on here at Hodovec saying if they were going to announce X-Men in Marvel Champions, it would be during the Gen Con FFGM flight report.
If they're doing it this year. But I mean, you also have to spread the Marvel hype train a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, we got Quicksilver. They're X-Men adjacent right now. They just haven't quite got in there.
Yeah. Well, and even Kang being a primarily Fantastic Four related,
They might go there first.
they might go Fantastic Four
I would
first.
love that actually so much. Dave K, cheers, welcome. Finally get to catch a stream. Excited about Kang. It reminded me that I needed to sub for the campaign expansions. Looking forward to September. You're so right,
It's
Dave.
going to be great.
Send a reminder to everybody else watching, would you?
That's right. Now's the time, though, because we're unbelievably close on the hero packs and everything else to, like, our current cap. So watch out.
Yes, it is Thor, Elliot. Don't you worry.
Yeah, someone last week I mentioned Thor being fun, and they were like, what do you mean? You guys hate Thor. And it's like, that's not the impression I meant to leave.
No.
I love Thor.
The hate was flowing just because it was Rhino 3, and we hate Rhino 3.
Yeah,
But
and Thor is
got caught in that.
a challenge.
Game Guy Square says I do look like more of a soccer hooligan, which I appreciate.
That's a good one. Soccer is a good
Maybe nobody will
category.
mess with me. The Mood Dog Saints were Irish fade. I think I'm Scottish. I'm almost certain. Like very
Are you
Scottish.
not using these cards? Is that what we decided?
Yeah, I'm not using those. Do they have defense on them?
You're not using Get Behind Me?
No.
Madman.
I can't recur it. I mean, I will, but I don't want to get attacked.
because of the dumb ruling.
Well,
Sorry. Pardon my
well, this
French.
This isn't even a defense card. So it doesn't have a dumb ruling, but I can only recur defense, attack, and thwart cards. And like, do I really want to be attacked? I'm a 10 health, 1 defense. I don't want to get attacked.
No, you're fair. That's fair.
Out of here with your critique. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Just reading the rules to get set up here.
Oh yeah, good luck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Anyone else just count their cards like this? I know there's faster ways to do it, and I just keep counting one by one. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That means I have 2 slots. That's 2 haymakers where I come from. Where I come from. Thank you.
Do you have?
We're still from Oklahoma.
Do you have 2 other boards?
Yeah, I've got some.
I borrowed them from you last time because this is. I'm capped out. We need to put out more boards that I want to buy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, somebody could definitely make that happen.
Huh. No spoilers here.
We're working on it, Zach.
I almost went into. Not ready. Not ready.
I just don't even care anymore. You can tell people everything.
All right. Well,
know what
we're
I
working on some new boards that are going to be really exciting. I'm so excited, and the choice of the first one is getting me warm. I can feel it. Fan myself again.
Thomas, that is absolutely funny, and I love that you are suggesting those 2 downtimes. It's great. It's absolutely great. Okay, counterpunch for 1? No, probably not in. And that's cool too. Counterpunch, right? It's like, oh well, it's defending heroes with big strength values. Maybe that works for you.
We will
Not
see.
Miss Marvel. Not Miss Marvel.
All right, you ready for me to explain this? These
Matodia,
hooligans?
not a bad idea. Fab boards for sure. They actually could work. Kenneth loves how Zach keeps getting the vapors. Yeah. Somebody get him his smelling salts already.
That's right.
Okay.
I'm going to explain this to you, and we need those boards wherever they're at.
Yeah, we played this before. I remember. I think it's just you beat up on whatever you got to beat up on.
Yeah, it's helpful too because I think people at home. There are some people saying they hadn't even opened their Wrecking Crew set yet.
Oh, I like the. Actually, these are some of the prototypes.
They're just like matte, more matte.
Well, this one is
they're
the clay
dense.
one.
Oh, nice.
That turned out to be
that's
not
like
feasible at all.
That's like the high supreme
Look at how
quality.
much different. Look at it. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, let me. This also just feels like 5 pounds.
Yeah, it's also impossible to make it scale. Cool.
So the Wrecking Crew is a team of 4 professional wrestlers. Just kidding, they kind of look like wrestlers. 4 characters that have broken out of prison. We have Breakout, the main scheme, which is 1A, and I'll read this to you. Scenario contents, Wrecker A, B, etc. Set up, put the Day of Reckoning, Thunderstruck, Pilot on, and Clear the Road side schemes into play. So that's these side schemes. These 4 characters each have their own side scheme, like Day of Reckoning here. And it starts with 6. And basically each of these has something that triggers when it gets to 10. So when the Day of Reckoning gets to 10, after this threat is placed here, if there's 10 or more, deal 2 damage to each friendly character, remove all but 3 from the scheme. So they'll all do that. They'll trigger something and go back down to 3. Thunderstruck here is if there's 10 or more threat here, stun each friendly character, remove all but 3. Clear the Road is
discard top 10.
discard the top 10 of their deck.
And then each player discards the
Pilot
upgrade
on.
with the highest cost. Upgrade or support with the highest cost.
Yeah, so basically we're going to be managing threat not to prevent them from threading out, but when they hit 10, we're going to get some really bad effect.
Okay. This is a beautiful board setup. Did you do this by yourself? Did it show you to do it like this?
No,
or
that's not how it laid it out.
Well, that's just
It was
great.
in the
we got a little picture-in-picture probably right here.
so they had it where it was the 4 in a row, which we could do too. I just didn't.
No, this is.
I was
way
trying
better.
to condense it all in the little pocket
Yeah,
between
this
the
is way better.
two screens.
But what I will do, let me.
Yeah, feel free.
let
You
me
can go
see
down
I
here
can
if you
get
want.
This like this. That might be better. That might be better.
So the main scheme 1B is called the Breakout, and it says force response after step 1 of the villain phase, place a threat on each side scheme, move the active counter to the villain whose scheme has the most threat. So you'll see on the Wrecker here, he has this green token That means he's the active Wrecking Crew.
What kind of beautiful green token is that anyway? Where'd you get that thing?
That's the Wrecking Tokens, I think is what they're called. Compatible with the Wrecking Crew, of course. We have a set of those. I'll link real quick to that.
I love these. These are like my favorite thing.
But you'll notice
because they're just ridiculous.
Each villain in their board has their own uniquely designed damage tokens that kind of are inspired by them and have similar stuff. Don't we have stuff cards pop up over here, right? That's what I was trying to avoid. Was like in the middle.
We're doomed no matter what we do, man.
Well, if it's in the middle, that's the like least likely scenario. But you keep.
But the side cards, we got to show the people the threat.
Now another option is we could do this.
Oh, that's insane.
And then this could go down here.
Oh.
And then our cards are over here.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I said it was insane, and now I like it.
Because like the deck of cards and the extra tokens
Yeah, that
don't
doesn't
really
matter, does
matter.
that?
You get it.
Okay, and I've got a little room now here.
So on the breakout main scheme, what's going to happen is instead of adding threat to the main scheme, we're actually going to add 1 to each of these.
I didn't distract you, did I?
Yes. Okay. So the breakout, we have it has to get to 12 for us to lose.
Okay.
So we have to manage this too. It's going to add 1 per player, but it's going to actually add 1. It's not even 1 per player. It's literally 1 to everything every round.
+1, and then what is that? After step 1 of the villain, place 1 in each. So it does 1 to the breakout and then 1 to everything?
Yep. And so these are going to slowly click up. Now, only the active villain is the one that's going to interact with us. And I need to look and see when he schemes or attack, if he schemes, where that goes.
If he schemes, it's got to go to breakout, right? Because these are just side schemes. You handle them like normal. 100%. I've never been more sure of anything in my life, and I say that honestly.
Oh, look, the record says his special when he schemes. They have it written on it. When they scheme, place threat on their side scheme instead of the main scheme.
I've not been more sure of anything in my life at this point now.
Got him.
Okay, so basically, they're just going to beat us up as they add threat to their little side schemes. They're going to trigger effects that hurt us even more. And then if breakout ever gets to 12, we're going to lose. And I imagine there's going to be some cards in the deck that make that happen. Easy enough. I understand more than I ever have.
And then, of course, we're playing Heroic 1. So the interesting thing is they each have these little 15-card encounter decks. So whoever's the active villain, when we're dealing our cards, we're going to deal 4 of the 15.
Wow.
So it has the potential to very quickly force us into acceleration token territory because there's so many little decks to deal with.
And then breakout accelerates, and that's all. That's all very nice.
And if I got any of the rules wrong, please let me know, chat, before we get too far into this.
Here we go, man. I'm excited to play Miss Marvel.
All right, let's see.
It's been a little while.
I'm playing Odin's Son, hand size of 5. It doesn't matter who the first player is, really, because neither of us are playing leadership.
That's right. Is there any potential effect that would matter? No.
I don't think so. Do you want me to go first?
So. Yeah, sure.
For good times? All right, I have a hand size of 5.
And we start the villains on B because it's expert, right?
Yeah, so we're playing on expert, which means that they're on the B side. All right.
B-sides. Why does he have a hand size of 5?
Because he goes and gets the hammer.
But I do the same thing. I get a random card from the top of the deck. Cap gets a shield, and they all have 6s.
We just deal with it.
I don't understand. Also, why is God of Thunder 2 cost an only hero? He's a lightning god. Give him a 1-cost resource, for goodness sakes.
Yep.
Matodi asking what the FAB unboxing suggests for Friday, set 3. So actually, Zach's going to be soloing.
Yep, so Steven's gone Thursday, Friday. I'm doing Middle Earth CCG on Thursday, Flesh and Blood on Friday. Friday literally is going to be, there's probably going to be an unboxing, but I'm going to be doing deck building for the first time, which I'm excited about. I think we're doing sealed tomorrow.
Yeah, we're doing sealed tomorrow.
So we're going to open some amount of product tomorrow, but I'm looking to get to, we've gone through 1 box of each set. So I assume we'll get through 1 more box of a set in our sealed tomorrow. We'll get a couple
I don't
sealed
see
in.
how we can resist that.
But then I'm looking to get to the point where I have 2 boxes from each set before I build, just to show here's the amount of content that you get when you open 2 boxes, and this is what you're building with, these kind of decks you can build with. before we step up again whenever we get through some more sealeds and we can do 3 boxes. Because a lot of people have been asking, like, how much do I need to buy? And I don't have a perfect answer
As
for that.
much as you want.
Yeah, but like I want to see what it's like.
Yeah.
Like, what does it look like when you're at this stage? And I'm actually even going to look at what it would look like to build the original heroes using only the 2 boxes from that set. That's one thing I'm wanting to check is like, if you just buy 2 boxes from one set, what does that look like? And then what does it look like when you have the 4? Because there's 4 classes in every set. So like a lot of the cards from the second set won't matter for the first set.
Yeah.
So like,
Right, you can't use them with the first set hero. Then.
Yeah. So we'll just take a look.
Yeah, Akmal, isn't that sad? Not equipping Mjolnir is actually the best way to play as Thor. You got to use it as a resource every turn, right?
Literally.
You just get it back. Chris Hodevec, glad you're looking forward to Farcom Con. In case anybody doesn't know, a couple of weeks from now, we'll be participating in Farcom Con 2020. It's an Arkham horror convention put on by the guys at Mythos Busters podcast. And it's kind of taking the place of Gen Con for the Arkham community. And we'll be running a scenario on Thursday, starting at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it. Super fun.
So here's my hand. I basically have God of Thunder and a Hall of Heroes that I'm wanting to get out. Valkyrie not providing a ton of value yet, not a ton of minions. Tac Team, same thing. Mean Swing, I'm going to have to get a weapon down for that to matter. I really want to get a 2 resource that will make my curve way better. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to dump everything but those 2. And then we'll get, and I'm going to put this on your side.
Link here at asking when we do Crisis Protocol next. It is on the schedule, on the to be played schedule, but we don't have it on yet.
I'm expecting the next wave to be Miles Morales, Spider-Man, and Spider-Gwen, and Green Goblin. And that's of particular interest to me, especially one of the teams is the Spidey team.
You got Asgard, nice.
Which I'm excited about. So we have Thanos. We got a lot of stuff recently, and that we want to make sure there's a lot of new stuff out by the time we're hitting that again.
Yeah, so Mark asking about the Fab bundles. It looks like tomorrow, hopefully, if everything goes according to plan.
Be on that wait list and be watching that stream.
That's right.
That would be my prediction. I'm going to get my hammer.
Steve, we're playing Hall of Heroes just because it's a deck that isn't trying to beat a particular scenario. I think this is just a general Thor deck that you're testing out, right? Mm-hmm. So we're not min-maxing super hard for this scenario.
I was also looking. Here's the thing. On Heroic, looking at these decks, and I'll just grab this Thunderball deck to prove my point.
Awesome, Ben.
With us each seeing 2 cards, there are 2 minions per deck.
Okay.
So there's only 15 cards. So 2 of 15 is 1 in 7. We're seeing 4 of them. Like we should be seeing a minion every other turn.
You got to kill 3 minions to draw 3 cards, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like over time, and
if you trigger it twice, it's all right. Don't know if you will. But hey, that's what I'm here for. Yeah, like I agree. I think Thor was unnecessarily kind of nerfed in some way at the last second, it seems like. I mean, literally, like, is a Super Soldier Serum really more powerful than God of Thunder? Because it is in this game. Why?
Answer is yes.
Why? Now, of course, that's difficult because if you're going to go that direction with your arguments, a lot of this game doesn't make sense. But here we are. All right, let's look at what we got rolling out here. Haymaker, that's a good card. Nakia is the card. Shrink is pretty good. I don't even know if there's thwart events in here aside from my signature cards. Big Hand, solid. Energy Barrier, solid. Wiggle Room, can't hate that.
Gotta love that, actually.
Okay, let's see. Cards I'll play early. Definitely this. Definitely that. Definitely that. You want to get those out. I don't know if Big Hand's Haymaker. What's our plan here? You want to try to burst down somebody real quick? I mean, I can contribute to that plan there. Also, I just need some money. I'll have an extra money, so.
So the.
I've got 3 to spend. Technically, that pays for itself. So I'll get 1. So I can play this as my opening hand no matter what I end up with. So I'll probably just keep this.
Yes. So on the macro, two simultaneous things we want to be balancing. We want to keep threat off of anything getting close to 10 so that it doesn't hit. Because a lot of times the card will switch the active villain to something, like it'll be the character with the most threat on their side scheme. And then while we're doing that, also looking at the least amount of health, I believe, is, let me find it.
I'm I'm gonna get rid of both of my offensive things.
is Pile Driver here. He only has 28 health.
Very nice. Got the double.
When he schemes, he can place a threat on the side scheme instead of the main scheme, or he does it. Retaliate 1. So he's really simple. There's one of these that's really bad. So like Bulldozer's attack game overkill. Thunderball, after he attacks, deal damage to each character you control. And then Wrecker gets +2 if it's undefended. So
I don't like that.
that can be rough. So a lot of times what you want to do, because the active token moves to whoever has the most scheme threat on their scheme, right? So like if it was happening right now, he has the most, so that would do his thing.
Right.
But like if we take 4 off of here, then we can count on it moving
to
over
Thunderball,
to
yeah.
Thunderball. So we just have to basically keep an eye on where it's going to be moving and what the bad thing is going to be happening.
We got to
to
be
us.
smart.
You
Is
want
this where we want that? Do you want me to do it?
I can do it if you just want to pass me the tokens, or you can do it.
How about that? This is a nice place for it. Just right under the picture-in-picture. I hope. All right, you're the first player?
That's right.
Well, let's have some fun for once.
Let's for once, that one time. Game Esquire says, any chance we'll see Monpock at some point? I'd say the odds are real high.
They're actually quite high. Not the new one. The bogus one.
the fake one,
The
made
one
of
I got
metal.
paint. I don't want that.
All right, mine?
Yeah.
Let's do this. Flip.
Did you get your hammer already?
No, I mean, I did get it, yeah. I'll play God of Thunder. I'll use the resource and 2 other cards to play Asgard. And then I will probably attack
Better
someone.
attack somebody.
So then we have to decide who we really don't like.
I don't like Wrecker.
I don't like Thunderball the most.
1 to each character? I mean, we're not going to have allies. We're not even leadership.
I got 4 or 5 allies in my deck.
Yeah, me
how you
too.
feeling?
Me too. But like, what's 1 damage every ally? He is the. I think Wrecker's the biggest threat. He's got a 3 scheme and he's got
Actually,
+2. if it's
best yet,
undefended.
who's got the worst side scheme? That's the other thing we have to balance. So like Thunderballs is Thunderstruck. This is the stun each
Stun.
character. That's a bummer.
Discard a support you control. I don't like that at all. Especially
pile it
for.
on. Let's get rid of Pile
Let's
Driver.
get rid of Pile
He's the
Driver.
lowest health and he's got the
He's our anti-ramp guy. Yeah, we don't
horrible,
like that.
horrible ability. So Thor is going to swing for 2 damage here.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
All right.
Just building.
Teen Spirit. 1 shot, 1 kill. Emir, you are in.
Nice. Nailed it.
Okay, so now we're going to decide how to do this.
Oh, he's got Retaliate as well, so I'll take 1.
Yeah, so let's go Nakia.
How about that?
For 1. Reduce the cost of the next card. It's Emir. Exhaust. Place a card from my discard on the bottom to draw a card.
Nice. You got a nice little hand.
Yeah.
Aaron Clark says, Amir is everything.
Then we'll do... I think we'll do an energy barrier.
Aaron Clark, I agree, says, what a nice first turn for Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Energy Barrier is my jam.
And then I'm going to build because I'm a builder.
Gratuitous camouflage. I totally agree.
Shrink.
I hope this is what they do. He says, I'm hoping they take the risk and do a second core set with the X-Men. I feel like not this August, but next August for Gen Con, that would be the perfect, like you get 2 years in, you tell your, whatever the 2-year plan is on the game, and then it's like, new entry point. Because even with Crisis Protocol, we saw people were like, oh man, I was ignoring this game, but now I have to pay attention.
Yep.
Because X-Men is just such a beloved
X-Men
thing.
is too much. Zach, I think I'm going to stay in Alter Ego.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stay in Alter Ego.
Split the goalpost a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Stand him up.
+1 hand size. Thank you, Asgard.
Yeah, now you got it. That first turn Asgard makes you a reasonable hero.
Yeah, spend 3 on turn 1 just to be reasonable. Thank you. All right, next up, let's go bad phase. 1 on everything. So we'll need a bunch of these things. I'll just grab a handful for my...
Whose hair is this?
where
Not
did this
mine.
come
I know it's
from?
not mine anymore.
So 1 here. I'll do the ones on my side. How about that?
1 to everything is what we're saying, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm doing them on all of them.
Oh, man, you already pivoted.
I broke my
What the
rule.
heck?
1 here. Okay. So then after we do that, we would switch the active token to whoever has the most threat, which is still Wrecker here. So he's still active. And then he's going to interact with us like he normally would. So he's going to attack me, and this is a 3, and he gets +2 attack if it's undefended.
You got to defend that.
Maybe.
You got to defend that.
I got 14 health.
Come on, you got to defend that. Maybe not.
Because I'm probably going to flip down to use my hammer, get my hammer and stuff. Let's go ahead and just block. For
yes. That's what I'm talking about right there,
so
Thor.
it's 3.
Thor's no fool.
And we get a boost card, making it 4. So I block 2, and I'll take 2.
Block 2, take 2. An absolute classic.
Yeah.
Wrecker scheming for 3. This is going to trigger his side scheme for sure. Yep. 3+. Star. Move the active counter to the villain with the least threat on his side scheme. That villain schemes.
That would be Pile Driver.
So does this still go on? Right?
Yeah.
So this schemes, and then we end up resolving this scheme. This scheme is happening in the sequence before this scheme is fully resolved.
So
right?
that is the scheme. He's scheming for 3, which I think would go on his.
Mm-hmm.
And then the boost ability pivots here. And
he also schemes. Okay, so do 3 here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. So that triggers that.
So it goes down to 3. And
everybody takes 2.
Everyone, if there's 10 or more threat here, do 2 damage to each friendly character.
All right, so I'm going to energy barrier one of those and send one back to Pile Driver. And then Pile Driver is now the active, and he schemes now, right? So 2 + 2, so he schemes for 4.
There's 2, 3, 4. Now it's at 8. You see it bounces around real quick. So now, interestingly enough, right, we get our encounter cards, but it's going to come from his deck because he's now the active villain.
Right. Interesting.
So starting with me, I'm the first player. We're on Heroic 1, so we're each going to get 2 cards instead of 4. How does that feel?
That's, yeah.
Would you look at this?
Feels awesome.
Escaped Convict. It gains Surge, but I'm going to trigger Have At Thee, which is response. After you engage a minion, draw 2 cards.
Well,
Limit once per phase. So I'm going to get 2 cards as Thor. Thank you very much.
You engaging a minion is the same thing as a minion engaging you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it gains Surge, so we'll get the Surge card.
What is you in this context? I'm just kidding.
I've been waiting for this. Winterveil,
I do need to take a damage. Thank you, Mike.
The active villain gains 3 hit points. Give the villain a tough status card. So he's going to get tough.
1.
And he heals 3.
2, 3.
And then his next card, Pummel. Winterveiled, I'm in Hero. Pile Driver attacks you. If Pile Driver is tough, he gets +2 attack for this activation.
What a good deck.
So he's a 3, and then we're flipping a card. I've already blocked, so I can't do anything. Plus a special. Give it as tough. If it already has tough, place 2 threat on their scheme.
Whew, and that's going to trigger it.
Yeah, so he's going to hit me for 3.
You have to discard and upgrade.
That's not true.
Mm-hmm. Just happened.
Lord.
Control with the highest cost. This game is over, Zach, already.
There goes Asgard.
Oh, well, I could discard Energy Barrier. That's what I'm going to do. Asgard's gone. You're your host.
Sweet. All right. Your cards.
What were we talking about? Schadenfreude earlier? Oh my gosh, look at this. Oversized hands. Discard the support with the highest cost. You were confused.
All right. It's really not that bad.
It's not terrible, but my gosh. It absolutely destroys us. You took 5 because of tough, right? Because Pile Driver was tough, yeah?
Yeah.
That is awful. Okay, cool. Well,
this passes to you?
What are you going to do, you know?
It's fine. Like, but the thing is, these are down to 3 now, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I'm sure it's fine.
It's fine.
Okay. Cool. So we need to do some things. Okay, we've got this. So let's start off with Amir Khan. We're going to put one from the discard pile. It's going to be Shrink. It's going to go back into the deck. I'm going to draw a card. Okay. I'm going to trigger Kamala Khan's ability. Discard until you hit a Kamala Khan card.
Sweet. You're making up for that.
Wiggle room.
Auto hit.
I need that Night Nurse right now. That's what I need. One of these days, there's going to be a lot of discard manipulation because there's going to be a terrible mistake with the cards printed, and she's going to get amazing. Where it's just like, I just flip him and
Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's see. I liked a comment I just saw. G-Time says, I've never seen Wrecking Crew played before, only heard rumors. This is not at all what I expected. Chris says, it's fine. We'll be carved on Zach and Steven's tombstones.
That's not wrong. All right, let's reduce the cost of the next thing I play. It's a polymer suit. We've got a sneak by. We've got Bruno, which I kind of want to play. Just, you know why?
Why?
Just because I want to not have these other more valuable upgrades discarded. So I think I'm going to do that. But I've got to look at my turn first. So I know I want to tackle here with 1, and then I need to spin 2. 1, and probably, oof, that's too good. All right, hold on. 3 here. 1, 2.
What up, Jang? Says just James Jang.
3.
It's James Kang. I said Jang. James says just finished watching Rhino Heroic 3. Amazing work, guys. I appreciate it. It was a brutal game.
Okay, this is gonna work. All right, so let's play Brother Voodoo.
All right, how
Using
cool.
Clea, a sneak by, and a wiggle room, if you can believe it. When you interplay, search the top 5 for an event and add it to your hand.
You good.
This is for you. Good?
I hope we're good. Can you hear us now?
Loose cable down
Can you
there.
hear me now?
Yeah, you see it? We got levels over there in the bottom right now.
Oh, I can see them kind of past the camera a little bit. It would have been funny if we did the whole like move your mouth and act like you're doing stuff and you're not really saying anything.
No. Let's see.
Maxwell says last thing we heard was Brother Voodoo.
Brother Voodoo coming in.
I assume you can hear us now.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. All right, we did it.
Okay. Let's see.
Someone says you still have Shrink in play? I don't know.
Should have Shrink in play? That's a good question. Is it an upgrade or a support? Let me actually look at that. Because it said support. I thought it was a support, but it's an upgrade maybe. So
What is support or upgrade? Discard the support upgrade they control with the highest cost.
Yeah, so the first one was, we'll just assume that we got rid of the, is the energy barrier also a,
As a support.
is it a support or an upgrade?
No, it's an upgrade.
Ah, see, they're different. Why do they do that? So this one's a little bit different than this card. This one only says support. That says support or upgrade. So I'd have to keep Shrink.
Oversized says support.
Yeah. Isn't that fun? Just to make it a little bit different.
Just a little.
Why? So Shrink comes back in, which is actually back in the deck. And then Nakia goes out, which means I have to pay 1 extra for that Brother Voodoo.
Whatever you're doing, I'm glad you're doing it.
It's ugly. It's gonna be this one. Okay, I think we're clean now. Then we're gonna flip up, and we're gonna use polymer suit.
Mm-hmm.
Changes the math, doesn't it?
Yay, Corona.
All right, that's fine. We use those two to play tackle, and it's got the stun. Oh, I gotta get rid of the tough first. So I'm actually gonna just attack for 1.
That's perfect.
Because recurring this is not a big deal. And then tackle, we use the wild resource is going to act as the fist, stun an enemy and do 3 to it.
So there's the 3. I'll let you cover the stun.
Stun on.
All right.
And that's it.
And he's the active villain. Now, oh, you want to thwart?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's right. Let's thwart for 2. I don't know. It's 2 damage to do that. It's ugly.
You got the heals.
He's
right?
gonna block, right? He's gonna block. But there's also that thing that does like 1 to every character, yeah? I don't want to necessarily be on the bad end of that one. How bad is the thwart at this point? What do we need to worry about?
Only this one. Stun each friendly character. Yeah.
Stun each friendly character.
If it triggers?
That is no good, yeah.
But
He's not gonna trigger, right? He won't trigger. Let's just do 1.
can you do one here?
Yep.
That would be ideal.
Done.
All right, mine.
Consider it done. Yeah.
Let's use my God of Thunder, classic, to play a Helicarrier.
And I do retaliate, it looks like.
I'll play...
Twice.
Yeah, that's what it makes it better. You punched here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play Jarnbjorn. I'm going to play Get Over Here, deal 1 damage to a minion. We'll deal 1
looky
here.
there.
And
Nice.
then I'll use Jarnbjorn to
Yeah, Marvart, that happens. It does happen.
discard a physical to do, that's an attack. 2 here,
2 there and take 1.
take 1.
It's kind of trade we love.
Yeah. And then he's gone. And then I'll flip down and I'll get my hammer. Now, this is the interesting thing.
Helicarrier it in. You can't play it, right? And that's sad.
I think the better thing is to use it as a resource next round, get it back, flip over, and then if I want to play it, I decide
But you
to
got a
play it.
wasted resource. That's really annoying.
Yeah.
Why don't you Helicarrier me then?
For that tackle?
Did you play it that turn?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have it before.
So if we were smart, I could wait on the tackle. You could reduce the tackle by 1, because I can do that on your turn, and then I get 1 resource back.
Yep.
And it's going to be Bruno. Bruno's coming back. No, it'll be Preemptive Strike. I'll get that back.
All right, and I'm just going to keep
That's called smart champions right there.
Mjolnir in my hand.
We came in here thinking it was just going to be fun and casual, and then this is like the most complex. You're keeping up with all this stuff is super complex.
There's a lot going on.
We've still got to try very hard, too. You know, it's not like a walk in the park. Game's hard.
Game's hard, dude.
Game's hard, man.
Okay, that's pretty sweet, actually. All right.
Michael wanted to know, why is Jarnbjorn good and Nova bad? That's a very good question.
I think it's because it's a 1-cost event that's also a weapon. So there's a lot of stuff in my deck that triggers off having a weapon, and I don't want to play my hammer down.
Oh, right on. Because you got those mean swings and stuff in there? But really, the biggest thing is 1 cost versus 4 cost.
Yeah.
So, like, both of them open up an exchange of 1 resource, usually 1 card for 2 damage, 1 resource for 2 damage. But Nova's is way more conditional than Jarnbjorn, isn't it? Because you can control when your hero attacks. You can't really control with a Nova. Like, sometimes you're an alter ego and
Totally.
doesn't get attacked.
Yeah,
And that kind
exactly.
That's the way I'm justifying it, at least. The bad stuff?
The bad stuff.
One
One
on.
on everything.
1 on this guy.
I got the ones on my side.
Okay, 1 on this guy.
And then we check to see this has the most. So the active token will move here.
And that happens at the beginning before
That's
things...
when that triggers, yeah.
Okay.
All the ones get added, and then you check to see
And then
which
we
one
move
has
it.
the most.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough.
Then he will go, and his ability, after he attacks you, deal damage to each character you control.
Yeah.
So you're the first player. He's attacking you for 2.
For 2. And it's going to be 1 damage to every character I control. Is there anything weird about being undefended? I don't think so. I'm just going to take it. If you can believe it.
Oh, nice. I don't take the retaliate off of Jarnbjorn. It's not an attack. The
It's
card
not
I
an
played
attack.
was an attack, but
Yeah.
not the Jarnbjorn. We're just taking it. 2 plus a card.
2 plus 2.
It's a 4.
But wait.
Uh-oh. You gonna wiggle? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Anesthesia. Yeah, there is a TC first player. Right now we have this active thing, but Steve, you see the first player token here on Steven's board.
You know what? I think it's worth doing. I'll preemptive strike that.
Okay.
Prevent 2 of those boost icons and deal 2 back.
All right. Nice.
And then I'll also wiggle room, and then I'll exhaust to get that back in.
Yeah. So you cancel the 2 that
And then
were
cancel
left,
the 2.
and you draw a card from wiggle room, right?
I do, yes.
That's so good.
Whoo! Man, isn't
That's
it?
awesome, Jay. Says, hey, y'all, I was able to pick up 2 champion subscriptions. I'll be getting another soon. Thanks so much.
Great, Jay.
Glad to have
Thank
you, man.
you. Thank
All
you
right,
very much.
then we get the bad cards. So now they're coming from Thunderball's pile. We each get 2. You're first.
Did you take your thing? Your scheme?
Oh, no, I didn't. Sorry. Back this up. I was second player.
It's like the most complex, like a complex web of.
It is
Interactions.
definitely.
You're
He's
gonna have to
gonna
slow down.
scheme against me. It's 3 plus a card. So deal 1 damage to the defending character. There is no defending character. So how about that? But 3 goes here, so it's going to advance.
And those everybody stunned?
Everyone gets stunned.
Stunned and confused?
Are we playing Rhino 3?
This is ridiculous. I need Doctor Strange. Give me.
All right, now we get the bad card. Starting with you. What do we got?
And then after Thunderball attacks me, what? Deal 1 to each character I control. Yeah. So that's
Yes.
me and Brother Voodoo gets to take some more.
Oh, brother.
Ready to take a hit if needed. Why do I have 3 cards? Is that standard?
You should only have 2. Put the bottom one back.
Trying
There
to
you
get me going here. Lightning Blast. Thunderball attacks me. If it's undefended, place 3 threat. Defend with Brother Voodoo.
All right, it's a 2 plus.
And when he attacks me, but he's not, is he attacking me? Or is he attacking my ally now? After he attacks me.
He says after he attacks you.
Yeah, you is supposed to be
he's
your
not attacking
identity.
you, he's attacking your ally.
Yeah, that's right. I agree.
That's your boost card.
You can flip it over. That's fine.
It's a special. Move the active counter to the villain whose side scheme has the least threat.
That's pretty cool.
It's
That's
him.
Thunderstruck, yeah.
All right.
Okay, did we do all of that correctly? Brother Voodoo goes away. I take the damage. He wasn't attacking me. You is your identity card because it's not after he attacks my identity card, which he did not.
He initially did,
Yeah.
but then he wasn't attacking you.
But like Spidey says after he initiates an attack, and then everything else says after you attack, after he attacks you.
Everything about that ruling on the word you is beyond me.
He attacked you, but the ally blocked. So when he attacks me, I don't defend if my ally defends. But he attacks me regardless of who the ally is defending
So
there.
you take 1,
So anyway, everything takes 1, I guess. Is it every character?
all of your characters.
Okay. And then a ball and chain.
Okay.
Thunderball attacks, place 1 threat on the main scheme, exhaust and discard a random card to discard it.
We got it.
The old ball and chain.
Mine, I've been waiting for this. He gets 3 hit points. Lightning Blast. 3 threat on the side scheme with the most threat. This one. It's going to go to 9.
All right. Reasonable.
And that's it. First player token pass.
That was easy. How'd you get out of that unscathed?
Well, luckily,
Unscathed.
I guess. So this is kind of cool. We've seen 6 Thunderball out of 15 and haven't seen any of the minions. So 2 in 9 chance there.
Are we leaving it on Thunderball? You want to try to? We still working on Pile Driver?
We're
here?
still working on Pile Driver, but I've got things like Defender of the Nine Realms, which I discard until I get a minion and remove 3 threat. And
Seems like a good way to get an acceleration token. By my
yeah,
count.
this is the best time to do it though, because there's 2 out of 9 in here.
Do we have to kill all of them?
Yeah.
Oh wow, cool. Okay, so things that matter.
I'm looking.
Probably putting Nakia down. It's all alter ego stuff. I think I'm gonna head downtown.
Making my way downtown.
And we can attack the non-active enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can take anybody you want.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna do some crazy stuff. You ready for this? Let's go Helicarrier and Mjolnir to play combat training. And then I'll use my ability to go get Mjolnir.
Yeah, he's supposed to have a tough status card too.
And I'll
Thunderball.
recover 4 on Thor.
So I've been waiting for this as the active villain heals 3, give him a tough status card.
Okay, I didn't give him the tough. Then I'll flip to Thor. Then I'm going to play Defender of the Nine Realms. So I'm going to discard cards here until I get a minion.
Okay. Good luck.
Top card.
Yeah.
Corrupt Prison Guard. And I get to remove 3 from a scheme, so I'll probably do
That's
this
not an
one.
attack, right? Yeah, it's thwart.
Yeah, I'll probably do this one.
Yeah, let's keep him low.
And then I get to trigger my ability to draw 2. Okay.
And we're going to be dealing with Bulldozer next turn.
I'm going to play get over here. It's an attack, so it gets canceled, but I get rid of my stun.
That's a good use for that card, yeah.
My man.
That's funny.
Yeah. Let's do this. How about that? If I play that. I see.
And you got a guard now, too.
Yeah,
Bummer.
I'm going to deal with it.
Deal with it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to roll down to the jams.
If I play that.
Boy, this being stunned thing, they really started. Did statuses start happening more because of heroic? Is that the idea? You just get more cards, and I feel like I'm always
Stuff
messed
stacks
up.
up way worse
I'm
once you're
always
in
messed
heroic,
up
of
here.
course. I got decisions to make. This seems like the most effective use, but then I have a dead resource, so that doesn't seem smart.
You got the helicarrier? Why don't you not use it? Give it to me. Then you don't have a dead resource.
Well, I can use the resource. It's just a matter of which lane I'm going down.
This is like, I hadn't played this in a long time. This is like it's an intricate scenario. It's like a lot to manage.
There is a lot going on.
We would have gotten like 20 things wrong already without chat.
I concur.
We're gonna have to go very slowly.
Play 1. Spend 3. 1.
Man, I really wish these defense card worked with other players.
Okay, let's do that. I'm going to have a mega turn next turn. So let's play a Relentless Assault. We'll do 3 here, and the other 2 will carry over here and take care of the turn.
Very nice. I love that. You're doing it on Thunderball? You can do it anywhere, right?
I think Relentless Assault has to go to the villain.
Has to be the main villain, but don't we choose any villain effects we would choose normally?
Let me know if that's the case, because I would love to send it over to Pile Driver, because it's not an attack on him, if that's a feasible thing.
I mean, so like right now, could you attack Bulldozer?
So I could attack him, yes, but
That's an
Relentless
attack
Assault has
card.
to hit the minion,
Mm-hmm.
and the minion then gets overkilled.
Mm-hmm.
So the overkill damage, there's only one villain in play right now.
I don't know. Okay.
So like the villain is always the active villain, which I think is what it is. So he's the active villain.
Yeah.
So that's not, the overkill is not really a choice. I don't get to pick where it spills. It's just like
Okay.
here's who we're fighting.
So you pick all other attack effects except for overkill?
Yeah. Like
Don't like it.
you pick who you're attacking. I'm choosing the minion, and then overkill is a result of that. Then I'll play Mjolnir, and I have plans for Mjolnir.
Oh, you're gonna use it?
Well, so like it gives me aerial first off, but it also gives me +1.
Mm-hmm.
So next round I have a 4 damage attack, and then I drew into my hammer 8 damage overkill,
Very
bounce
nice.
the hammer, and then I can use it as a resource, flip down, use it as another resource, and do all kinds of crazy
Okay,
stuff.
so you'll be a good. You're gonna be good doing all of that fanciness next
Yeah,
turn.
I'm starting to hit some jams.
Did you John Bjorn some stuff too?
Yeah, I use the boat.
Okay. All right. So over to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see here. I don't want to use any of these cards. I'm going to flip down. I guess, yeah, I don't have any thwarting events, and I'm confused and stunned, so I'm going to flip down. And then I'm going to Amir, put Nakia on the bottom.
That's so good. He's just letting you stack up that deck by the end of this.
Yeah. He at least just lets you see the cards you need to see.
Well, just like your last hand of your deck should ultimately be like built for you. If something goes down.
Bugatti.
Yeah.
Kamala Khan's ability gets me a red dagger. It's pretty good. Boy, she just is in the cards. It's unbelievable.
Miss Marvel?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's everywhere.
So let's do Iren Fist. We're going to do a 2.
Let me read this guy. 2 Mystic counters. When he attacks,
4.
remove a Mystic counter, stun, and deal a damage. Wow.
Yeah, pretty good, huh?
Sweet.
That's a good
Sweet.
ally. And you know what? Since we're in Alter Ego, let's just go. I'm also going to drop in Red Dagger for 3.
Get it. Come on.
Play the cards you got, right?
When he will be defeated.
You can spin 2 different types, deal 2, and return them to your hand. It's pretty solid. I mean, that's really a good investment. All right, now who we want to beat up? We're beating up Pile Driver.
The problem with that is he has Retaliate.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm kind of setting up to do a bunch of big swings.
Mm-hmm. That is a problem.
So I would say you start going after number 2.
Wrecker?
Honestly, with Dagger, it's almost a thwart game.
Mm-hmm. I think Dagger thwarts here for sure. Well, I'll go ahead and stun Bulldozer to prevent 1 attack against you.
That's perfect.
That's pretty good. So let's start there. 1 on Bulldozer, or 2 damage, take 1, and then he comes in with 2 Mystic counters. I'll remove 1 and stun.
Got him.
And deal 1 more damage to him.
Nice.
Did you take the
I
damage
took 2 off, yeah. Sneaky,
Okay.
I know.
Always so sneaky. And then Red Dagger probably removes, what, 2 here if we want to, and then do ties. Do we decide who does
we get a
who
pick.
goes to?
Mm-hmm.
So we can throw it to either Pile Driver or Bulldozer, honestly, at that point. We probably spread these decks around to get the least amount of acceleration tokens.
Yeah, totally.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and thwart against Bulldozer.
Yeah, I even like picking him because he's stunned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we should pick him. And he also hasn't gone through his deck at all.
Yeah. All right, so ready it up?
Yeah, I'm ready to ready. Ready to ready already?
There's my man. My man. It's Hulk, by the way. That's the man. That's the man to which I refer. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put 1 on everything.
There's him biggin'.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Did it?
And then we now get to choose, and I say we move active over to old Bulldozer.
Bulldozer's active.
All right, he's going to try to attack me. He fails. He gets he's stunned. And then he's going to scheme against you.
All right, it's 2 plus 3. Take 5. Nothing.
I technically have an emergency, but I'm not going to use it until I know he's going to, because it's only going to go to 9.
No, 5 plus 5 be 10. Man.
Oh, yeah, all emergency. So we'll make it a 9.
Oh, it was an emergency after all. That's pretty cool.
I got him.
Nice. Okay. That's very nice. Discard the top 10 cards of the deck would be fine for me right now. Although I would lose out on getting Nakia, which I don't like.
It's just the kind of thing where, like, the next time he adds threat, I would rather it just be 1 instead of all of it. Okay, then we get our bad cards. It's better than me. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Bull Rush. Hero. Bulldozer attacks you. Discard the top card of your deck for each damage dealt by this attack. No.
I would defend, but it gains overkill, so there's really no reason to do that.
Yeah, I'm not going to defend because I want to attack.
Oof.
So he's doing 3, 4, 5, and I discard 5.
Nailed it. Thor's pretty beefy. I like that.
Got a 14.
Yep. Ouch, 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 ouch. Oh, those are all bad cards.
Yeah, whatever. Then my other bad card, Ramming Speed, attached to Bulldozer. Force interrupt. When Bulldozer attacks you, you must defend against Bulldozer's attack with an ally you control if able. After Bulldozer attacks you, discard this card.
So is that generally?
If he would attack you, like you're an alter ego, so he
with
can't
an
attack
ally
you.
I control.
Yeah.
Okay. Chaos in the Prison. Choose either discard an upgrade you control or place 1 threat on the active villain's side scheme for each upgrade you control.
What's the first choice?
Discard, upgrade, or add threat equal to upgrade. So I've got 2 upgrades here. So I can add 2 threat and advance this, or I can discard 1 of these upgrades.
Dude, add the threat, man.
Well, the thing about it, though, is like, I can discard one of these, and then I can Amir Khan it back onto the bottom of the deck. And then, so it's not going to like be gone, but for like a turn.
That's fine.
And this is 10 cards, so this would lose me.
But when you discard it, it's
Nakia.
only those 2 cards.
I know.
Yeah.
And then I get a reshuffle into Nakia, which is not terrible. Do we have a penalty for reshuffle? We get an extra card, right? So I
Extra
would actually
encounter
get
card.
that right now.
Yeah. And I would save mine for a turn. Also, I have to get a picture of this setup. This board state is crazy. For the Soch.
I'll discard the suit. I've decided.
It's very meta. I have the camera on the camera.
Get wrecked. When revealed, the villain whose side scheme has the most threat schemes. It's going to happen anyway.
The unavoidable.
Okay, so Bulldozer's going to scheme for 2+. Star. Move the active counter to the villain whose side scheme has the least. And if I'm in hero form, it attacks. It will not.
Back over to old
So
Thunderball.
just 2 here, goes back to 3, and we discard the top 10.
That's all of my deck.
Ugh,
And I will get an extra encounter card.
absolutely hate that. And we keep revolving or revealing,
Yeah.
which is a new thing. Attached to the villain's side scheme, threat cannot be removed from attached scheme by thwarting. The villain corresponding to the attached side scheme attacks you, then discard this card. That's a hero action.
Let me see.
Oh, okay. So you
have to
can
take
call
the
on the
action.
hero action
Yeah.
to.
Otherwise, we can't remove threat from his scheme.
Yeah, that's fine.
Whatever.
It's fine. And then you get a card.
Oh, the extra card actually doesn't come from there.
Hmm.
It comes from Dozer because it switched on that last card.
Oh, right on.
So it's going to come here.
Okay, right on. Yep, that makes sense. Dozer or Thunder?
Mine
Man?
would technically also come from that.
Yeah. Thunder dude.
Yeah, so I get the first one.
And what did I have to? What was my card? Chaos in the Prison? No. What was the card that I just resolved? This, Get Wrecked. So this didn't happen to me. No, wait, that already
happened. That's the thing
Yeah.
that triggered all this. But then the extra cards we get from it being triggered are from here.
What was the extra card I just resolved?
It was from the top of this deck because you thought you were getting it from here.
Oh, and it was the upgrade thing
yeah,
that didn't
I
matter?
put it back. So then now you actually get
So the board states
this card.
fine.
Yeah.
It's the same card. Get Wrecked.
But then
the
it
villain
goes to
whose
this
side
guy.
scheme has the most threat schemes. We want Wrecker or, well, I guess we want Pile Driver to scheme, don't we?
Does he do it now?
Yeah.
Yep, it would be Pile Driver.
Okay, so 2+.
Mm-hmm.
Take 4. We need to get rid of that one. Okay. Over to you. You get your card.
So I already did my resolution. Do I resolve it still?
Yes. That's a thing. So you don't leave this phase of the game until all encounter cards are resolved, regardless of when they entered the game.
Escape Convict, come on now.
Don't mind that.
Draw me 2. And I get it's Surge, so we'll get another card. Chaos in the Prison. When revealed, choose either discard an upgrade you control or place a threat on the active villain's side scheme for each upgrade I control, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go ahead and just get rid of Mjolnir
Ha! Who's laughing now?
because I can get it right back. Come on now. All right, that was fine. Actually, no. I don't want to get rid of Mjolnir. I'm going to get rid of something else.
Thomas, how did the scenario get so complicated? Well, it's complicated anyway, and then it got a lot more cards added to it.
Let's get rid of Bjorn. Okay. End of the round. This goes to you.
Why, thank you.
You're just so welcome.
Okay. So, first things first. Just say it. Let's use Teen Spirit. I'm the first player, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a satisfying sound, isn't it?
Clunk.
All my good cards.
How is that possible?
It's so
That's
possible.
Like, how many cards is that?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 cards.
All right.
Okay, then we'll use Amir Khan. Put a card on the bottom. And what do I want? I'll tell you what I actually want is that Probably that night nurse.
Thomas says, after watching all, I think, of the Rhino streams, I was looking forward to seeing an easy win this week. ...
Yeah, no.
No easy victories
Yeah,
here.
no easy victories. Okay. We've done all that stuff.
I'm about to bring the thunder, though. You know what I mean?
The thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
And the thunder.
Well, I think I need to end up in big mode. So let's play in biggin.
Man, you got that fancy 5 recovery? Like, what?
Yeah, it's going to happen too. Big hands and a... Honestly, I think it's going to be a tackle. It's going to be so long before I can get out of my stun. Okay, then we're going to recover for 5. Because you got to. And now it's like, well...
Ben Sweeney says, that should be a TC shirt, in quotes. No easy victories here. Michael Walda says, and on the back they can put, it's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Chad says, do you try to avoid playing champions with 3 players? I find it goes way too long at 3. I love champions at 3 and 4 players. It is a longer game. You're looking at 2 or 3 hours. But it's so fun and social to me, and it's just enough downtime in between turns with that many people. So I really, my favorite games so far in like just a casual hangout environment have been 4 players.
I don't know now. These statuses are very annoying.
Yep.
Very, very annoying. But I gotta recover, I think. I think you gotta recover for 5 there.
I don't disagree. Unless you have a way to just not take damage, you know?
I don't have that.
Not great.
Not currently. Okay, we're almost there, but I need pile driver gone, or I'm never gonna get off the ground here.
We're working on it.
All right. Let's play an energy barrier. And honestly, I'm not sure that I'm going to hero mode. What do I gain?
It's a good question.
Wiggle room. No threat.
The
Less
threat is a thing. So I think Wrecker is going to be the main character here. If you had, it's going to go to 10. It'll go back down to 3 before we.
Not if we thwart it. We got thwarting in different area codes here.
Will it have less than 6 on it?
No. We can have it at 7. 8 after the threat. Anyone we need to stun? Who's the next up? Is Wrecker. It's probably the most likely. So we probably throw a stun on him, and then Red Dagger, Pile Driver, and then kind of the rest is history here.
Yeah.
And then I plan for wiggle room.
About to lose my helicarrier.
I can also, I'll do big hands instead of preemptive strike, because that's not going to matter.
Now, we could.
It's already happened.
We could, because like there's no way that makes sense, right?
No. 2 here.
Okay.
Pile it on. And then Iren Fist are going to do 2. Remove a Mystic counter to Wrecker.
All right.
And stun.
We're slowly working them all down. I'm about to bring some heat.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Let's go with Thor. He will punch. Pile driver here for 4. It's going to go up to 9.
Take retaliate.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll take 1. And then I will pay.
Why are you so hurt?
3. I just have to take punches if I want to attack. 3 for a hammer throw. So it's going to do 8 here. And it has overkill. So 2, and then it has to go 6 here because he's the active villain. So we're going to get up to 6. This is gone. And then Mjolnir bounces back to my hand.
Where's that Hall of Heroes? That's what you need right now.
Don't
Don't sleep on that helicarrier.
Let's go -2. No. No.
Thunder, hear the thunder.
Flip.
Lightning.
Oh, no, I need to use it. There it is. Let's go 1, 2 for a Hulk.
There he is.
Then I'll flip down.
That's the hero
get
that we deserve.
Mjolnir. I'll use Helicarrier to play it again. Then Hulk's gonna swing in for 3 here.
I'm telling you, man, you're on some Thor stuff here. You're looking good. Maybe you figured it out.
And I'll flip the top card, and it's a lightning. So we're gonna do 1. Unfortunately, sorry, Steven.
One to what?
To everything.
Oh my gosh. That's all right. That's great.
Oh, you can ping.
When he's defeated, spend 2 resources different types.
Nailed it.
Do 2 damage to an enemy and return to my hand.
Okay.
So I will do that. 2 damage to Pile Driver.
Yep.
No retaliate. And then 1 on Iren Fist is unavoidable.
Yep. And
although,
can't.
When you would take any amount of
That's you,
damage.
But you can prevent the 1 here and do 1 back.
That's right. Hulk, it was all the plan. Hulk just on the...
And then now the Hulk will do 1 to everything. Like, because they also take a damage from this.
Got it. And that's not an attack, right?
He does 1 to himself, 1 to Thor.
Uh-oh.
Which is fine. And then that's gone. And that'll be the end of the round.
We did it.
Yep.
Okay,
so
nice.
Pile
Nice
Driver's
Hulk.
down to 12. I
Nice
mean,
Hulk.
that's
Nice Hulk.
That's feeling achievable.
Let's see. Hulk took 1 for the attack and then 1 for his thing. Did he attack anybody with
And retaliate, yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, 5.
Apparently, he should have taken 1 more.
Good. Chat
Okay.
on it.
So first thing we'll do is we'll add 1 to everything. So 1, 1, 1, 1. Now technically, and 1 there.
Active here.
Active moves over to the Pile Driver.
Pile Driver. Call your name.
This is interesting. All right, then first thing he'll do is interact with you because you're the first player.
Stunned.
Number 1 stunner. Then he's going to scheme for 2 plus 1, which is 3. But hold on.
Oh, here we go.
Let's cancel 2 of it. A double emergency.
So only 1 on.
I really don't want to lose my helicarrier, if you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean, yeah.
All right, then we will
I've got an energy barrier.
get the bag cards. So 1, 2. We're in heroic 1, so we each get 1 extra.
Yeah, Dana. I think that your Hulk, your deck is built to make use of Hulk, right?
Yeah.
That's the idea. Yeah.
I totally agree, Steve. Beat the game. We were trying to beat Pile Driver, but I feel like neither of us we're slower builders.
We're doing fine.
I got my Asgard wrecked.
We ain't no beginners. We've been through the Rhino. We've been through the Rhino challenge. We're fine. Held hostage. Can't remove it unless we take an attack.
All right.
And then remove each stun and confuse from each villain.
Yikes.
Yeah. If no status cards are removed, gain surge.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's perfect.
Mine?
Yeah.
Aw, man. Corrupt Prison Guard. I'm just not on the right side.
Ah.
See, there's plenty of minions.
What a waste.
Buddy system. When revealed, choose a villain whose side scheme has the least threat. Reveal the top card of his deck. Top 2 cards instead if he's the only villain.
Add the threat.
Least
probably.
threat. Is
Yeah,
it him?
Bulldozer, yeah. Flip the top card.
Yeah.
And then what?
I get that card, I think. Like it's like a surge-ish. It's a buddy system, so he's calling on him to do something bad. Headbutt, reveal, discard 1 card at random from your hand. If you are in hero form, take a damage equal to the printed cost. I'm not. If I'm an alter ego, place threat on his side scheme equal to the printed cost.
Oh,
3.
3.
Yikes.
Those Netrunner instincts not working in my favor.
Come on now.
That's it, though. That's fine.
Okay, first player turn passes.
You just have a non-turn.
That's not a non-turn. We got this.
It's not a non-turn.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Thor is going to recover 4.
Give me that Hulk, though.
This is a fine time to Hulk, right? This is correct?
It's a great time to Hulk, yeah. 100%. Energy
him.
Barrier is going to do some work here. We're good.
All right, Hulk will punch the prison guard for 3. And I'm going to flip the top card.
Boring.
He's going to do 2 damage here. It's not an attack. Come on now.
Boom.
And this is gone.
All right, let me...
Actually, no. He's not punching here. He's going to punch here. Let me back that up.
Does the guy have guard? Didn't have guard?
He has guard.
He has
So
guard.
I have
You
to
gotta
punch him.
there,
Yeah, it's fine. All right.
Yeah, it's just
All right.
fine. Everything's
I
fine.
got
Everything's
it,
fine.
I got it. Then I'll play...
Hey, do you have a resource for me, man?
Yeah, probably.
Don't use that helicarrier if you can.
That's the one I would have for you if I had one.
So I can do 7 damage to Pile Driver. So if you can find 3 damage somewhere.
Not happening.
Oh my gosh.
But what I can do is...
Then I might take a different course here. Actually, I can do 9 damage to Pile Driver. I need 1 damage. Can you find 1 damage? Hulk? Thor? Can somebody, for the love of... Maybe I can.
You know what? You know what? I can.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere.
It's risky. Ish.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good, though. We need to do it.
Okay.
I'm going to play a counter attack. I'm going to flip. I'm going to take this action on held hostage. The villain corresponding to the attached side scheme attacks you, then discard this card. So he's going to attack me, and I'll get to deal the damage back to him.
Very nice.
I'm going to take the damage, though, so we'll see what I get. 3, 4, 5. So I'll discard this, and he'll take 5.
Wow. Great. Was that an attack?
Yeah.
So you get retaliated as well?
No, mine's not an attack.
Oh, good.
It is an attack, so I take 6.
You dead yet?
1 away.
Wow. Wait, and you have to sit in hero mode?
Yep.
Oh, you're host.
It's better than losing my helicarrier.
You're totally host.
We'll see. And I have helicarrier for you.
Great, thank you. Did you use God of Thunder to play that?
I should.
Yeah.
But then I have a card in my hand that doesn't do anything. It's fine.
What does Relentless Assault do? It's in your hand, right?
You have to kill a minion, and you have to attack with it. That's what I was saying I should have done.
Oh, have Thor we'll go to
Relentless
hero
Assault.
mode and then...
Relentless Assault here, 2 carries over. Then I have Hulk hit there for 3 and 2. But it's fine.
That kills Pile Driver. That would have been a lot better.
It would have been a lot better.
We don't talk about it, though. We don't talk about it. There's nothing important happening.
I need my defender to defend me, you know what I mean?
She doesn't do that. In fact, clear the stun with a fake attack. Joke's on you.
Got him.
Then pay 2 for Haymaker. We're going to embiggen it. Paying 2 here. Pile Driver did.
He gone?
Retaliate 1.
All right, so this goes away too, which is nice.
Energy barrier that. Is there anyone we need to ping? Who's our next target? Wrecker? He's just a big... Maybe Bulldozer? I don't know. Who's the closest? 25, 26, 22? Wrecker's the next one. We'll just do Wrecker?
Putting all these in here.
No retaliate. Great. He's defeated. Easy. Easy. Easy.
Yeah, I'm fine with Wrecker.
Okay. Then Wrecker is the next target. Okay, then we're going to flip down. I don't know. Do I have to stay up here so I can just defend for you? I think I do, don't I?
I mean, as long as you have allies, we're fine.
Yeah, I can actually do that. With your helicarrier, I can get 1 ally out.
Yeah.
You
I also have Hulk. I mean, we have 2 allies.
Okay. Let me go down first. Don't waste your time on the helicarrier yet. But exhaust a mirror, place a card on the bottom, and draw 1. I think I'm going to start seeding the bottom of the deck with a card that I haven't seen yet, which is Momentum Shift. I could also hit up those double resources. Now that's nice. There's all sorts of strategy there, I'm sure. Draw a card. Okay. And then use Teen Spirit. Oof. Boom.
Nailed it. Is that Nakia?
Mm-hmm. Then let's play Nakia. Then let's reduce by 1, helicarrier by 1, discard the barrier for a red dagger.
Love it.
And then who do we want to be the active villain here?
I mean,
we have the choice.
I definitely don't want Bulldozer.
It can't be Bulldozer, so we'll thwart 2 on Bulldozer here.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, ready and draw?
Ready and draw. Now, Energy Barrier says when you would take any amount of damage, so you can't use it on your allies.
Okay, I'm liking this. I'm going to go ahead and add 1 to everything. Then Wrecker becomes the main. And then Wrecker's interacting with us, so he's going to attack me for 3.
If it's undefended, he's +2. So do you want me to throw Red Dagger in front of that one? Hopefully we can keep Hulk around for
I think
one
so.
more smash.
Hulk's a lot of damage.
Can he use his forced response after Hulk attacks? That's before consequential? I think it is.
I think so.
Consequential is like the absolute last thing that happens. I think.
Yeah, I think it is. Because that's why
Yeah, there's some interactions there. That
Tigra can't heal herself with her attack.
Right on.
Yeah.
Red Dagger can stand in the way of Wrecker. 3
All right.
plus.
3 plus special. Move the active counter to the villain whose side scheme has the least threat.
That's not bad. This one, Thunderball.
Why did we move it? Oh, it's the one with the most. I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually okay.
Is that it? All that happens?
That's
No,
what
there's
happens
stuff.
from the boost.
If you're in hero form, etc., etc.
That villain attacks. If you're in hero form, that villain attacks you after this attack. That attack does not get a boost card.
Hilarious. So you're gonna have to send Hulk either way.
Yep.
Red Dagger gone. Oh wait, I've got cards in my hand too. Should I put him back in? I don't know. Trade 1 for 1. No.
He gone. And then he'll attack me for 2, and I have to block with Hulk.
That is a bummer. There's nothing that can be done about that, huh?
I don't think so. But we got Pile Driver out of the game, which was the goal.
Was the goal, yeah.
Then
Scheming against me.
he's scheming against you, and it's this one instead of him.
Thunderball 3 plus. Got those emergencies ready?
Nope.
3 plus 3 takes 6. Everybody
All
gets
right,
stunned.
that's fine. Of all the things, that's fine.
Each friendly character. Okay, well, so Hulk would have been stunned. It would have been a waste of time anyway.
Agreed. We did it. We did it.
Masterfully played.
All right. Yeah, I'm the first player. So we get here. We get our first acceleration counter.
We've been doing a good job on that, I feel like.
Yeah, you forget that's the actual lose condition over there.
Yeah, it's not happening. Although this could easily get out of control pretty quickly.
Thunderball extra damage from the attack. Oh, after Thunderball attacks you, deal damage to each character you control. But does that count if you're blocking with an ally? Did we decide that
Yeah,
earlier?
technically he attacks you. Yeah. So
Then
you're dead.
Then I'm
yeah?
dead.
Okay. Well, reshuffle. Try it again.
I'm okay with that.
I don't think I can heal you. If I could wiggle room you, that'd be nice. All right, let's do this again. That was sloppy. Sloppy. Do you want to stay on Thor?
I'm going to stay here for a minute.
See if you can do it. I could switch to Black Widow if we wanted to see Black Widow.
I will leave that up to you. 32.
I'll stay on Miss Marvel. She's good.
I think it's worth just hanging for a minute.
She feels weird in protection. I will tell you that.
That is probably true.
Very weird in protection.
You might need to be on, like, aggression.
It's so boring. It's all the same stuff that she's always been doing.
Yeah, well.
Don't step on my trying to do things new and exciting.
Hey, I'm not offended by it.
Is this really all the cards in the Thunderball?
15 cards, yeah.
It's only 14 cards. Ah, there it is. See, I knew. Felt a little light.
Nailed it. It's like when I accidentally grab the right number of cards. It's like, oh yeah, that was intentional.
Okay. Done.
Get that bulldozer deck if you would.
5, 3, 4, 6. Okay. Cool. Okay, because Wrecker's the
leader.
The leader. Right on. All right. Now that we've kind of warmed up on.
I think the Wrecking Crew, when I played it last time around, it's like it goes infinitely better after the first game because you don't have to, like, you start understanding. It's like he blows up our stuff, so we really need to get him off the table. This is the stunner, dealing the damage. Like,
etc., etc.
What up, Matt? Says, I'll sketch the rest of this later. Thanks for all the great content. The schedule looks great for me this week. Glad you dig it. A little anxious about the solo streams, but we'll get over it. You'll be there with me.
Sink the business.
Yeah. Of all the things that could happen, that's not really that awful, honestly.
All right. We got Shrink. We got Embiggen. These are good things. We've got a Strength. Everything else can go. Preemptive. Tackle and the Mansion. I'm not sure that she can run the Mansion.
I want none of these things.
In fact, I'm probably just going to cut that right away.
It's okay.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see what we get in the package. That's right. Anesthesia Cat has the best idea. How can it be a solo stream if there's 200 plus people watching you?
That's right. I won't be alone. You'll be with me. I'm excited. It'll be a super chill session. Thursday, I'm doing Miller CCG, doing an unboxing, and then looking at solo play, which is fascinating for that game. And really,
Never thought I'd see the day.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then Friday, Flesh and Blood, unboxing and deck building. I'm really looking forward to that. I was doing some light deck building this weekend just to kind of get a feel for it, and
I'm using Team
it's cool.
Spirit.
You got it. I'm gonna go get my hammer. Hammer time.
That's not what you want, really. Okay, Kamala Khan.
Then he said, did you guys see FFG release some print-at-home Destiny cards? I didn't. I'll look. All right, let's look at how I want to do this.
I've got a pretty easy turn here.
Here, let's make you the first player.
I'm going to
Doesn't
Mansion.
much matter. All right. Don't let pile driver trigger.
I know. That's the foolish thing about it. I'm going to get that card. Then I'm going to pay 2 for Embiggen. And hold on to 1. And then do I stay in Alter Ego? Do we start working on Pile Driver? Now here's the thing. I could just flip over, you know, and kind of... No, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine, right? Yeah, that's fine. Let Wrecker do his thing.
Mine?
Yours?
All right.
I'm staying here, hoping to draw into Nakia and the gang.
Let's do this. I want to play God of Thunder.
Don't sleep on the hammer.
Hammer's gone. Let's flip. We'll use this to play John Bjorn.
John Bjorn.
We'll play...
Acts of Justice.
Yeah, right.
You better trigger it this turn. I'm going to be very upset.
I'm not triggering it.
Oh my gosh.
Why does it matter?
Why else are we playing it?
Get it out of my hand?
That's how you build decks, right?
Yeah. Anyways,
This card's here so I can get it out of my deck.
Then I'll attack for 2 here. I'll take 1 from Retaliate.
I mean, counterattack's probably better, right? Yeah, counterattack is probably worth how much money?
It's probably worth like...
Or how much
5
damage?
or 6 damage.
Yeah, which is better than 2.
Yeah.
But where I sit.
Which is why I did what I did.
Draw up. Oh, there's Nakia. Good. 5, 6. These are good cards. I like this. Everything ready is we got a Mansion and a Embiggen out. Unless something terrible happens, we'll be just fine.
1 to everything.
1 on the breakout. I got my side of the board covered. Can you get your side of the board?
Yeah, I'm going to take some of these.
Boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada da da da.
All right, so then the token moves to nowhere because Wrecker's still got the most.
Wrecker's got the best one.
Then he's going to start with you, scheming for 3.
It's going to tilt. Move the active... Ah, no, it's the buddy system. Move the active counter to the villain whose side scheme has the least threat. I'm going to lose that Mansion. We're going to reshuffle.
It's a pile... No, it's not going to trigger. It has to get to 10. Yeah. Pile driver. This goes down to 3.
And then everybody takes what?
2 damage.
Everybody takes 2. It doesn't say hero, right? Deal 2 to each friendly character. Okay, done.
Okay. Then Pile Driver is going to attack me, which is going to be a 3+. That's actually great because my counterattack will go on him now. So 3+ special.
There it is.
Discard a support you control. Son of a gun. Oversized hands. But I'll take 3. I'll trigger counterattack, and we'll just hit him back.
It's his oversized hand versus my big hands. It's a slap fest.
Not a good fight. All right, then bad cards, starting with
Is
you.
counterattack an attack? Do you take a retaliate for that?
Yeah, I probably do. Yep, that's an attack. Thanks for doing it.
It's amazing the hidden complexity in this thing. So now we get all of our cards from Pile Driver, which is what I'm talking about. That's where I'm going to lose. Pummel. Pile Driver schemes.
2 plus.
2 plus 2 is 4.
You got it? They're over there.
I've been waiting for this. Gain 3 hit points and a tough status card. 2, 3, and tough.
All right, mine?
Yep.
Corrupt Prison Guard, draw 2. Why not?
Oh, that was handy.
Then we'll get a... That's in the wrong deck. Pummel attacks you. If he's tough, he gets +2 attack.
Woo!
Come on. That happens every time.
It does. It really does. You're about to take some damage, bun.
Yeah. Let's see. It's going to be a 3 plus a boost. I don't care.
Yeah, it went fine last time.
3 plus a boost of special. Move the active counter. Side scheme of the least threat. Ah, it's back to Wrecker.
Back to Wrecker. This is a cool scenario.
Well, I'm a
Actually,
hero
Heroic
form.
one makes
He
it good.
attacks me. And I'm taking the 3 here, so let's start there. Whew. And it's got...
No.
No, that's not
It's
a
just
search.
the boost effect. It's
So
like a
he's
million stacks on stacks here. Stacks
Does
on
not
stacks.
get a boost card. So I'll just take 3. Okay. Take 3. Up to 11. This one goes to 11.
It was 5 plus a boost. Because he's got a
That's
tough
right.
status card on him.
So I'm 1 health away from death. How about that? First player token passes to me.
It's ugly.
Huh. All right, well, let's do this. We're on Wrecker's deck. I'm going to play Defender of the Nine Realms. I'm going to discard cards till I get a minion.
It really doesn't have quick strike.
That would be hilarious. It's all the same.
Oh, this is a disaster now.
That's all right. We're going to survive. There he is. Another Prison Guard. I draw 2. And I'll remove 3 here. All right, now let's look.
You got any outs here? I mean, you just alter ego heal? Big hands.
All right, I think
If you need a card, let me know. I've got the mansion floating. I'm gonna have cards on cards. Let me use Kamala's ability to see if anything matters. Another big hands. Man, how many big hands do you need? Maybe all of them.
Okay.
Big hands,
Let's
I'll
do
show you
this.
one,
I'll play Relentless Assault for 2. So we're going to do 3 here, and 2 of it's going to carry over. And then I'll use Jarn Bjorn to do 2 more, and that's not an attack, so we'll get rid of the tough status token.
Very nice. I like that a lot.
And then I can't take the Retaliate, so I'll punch Wrecker for 2 with Thor. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to recover. Forget that noise.
Yeah.
Let's flip over.
Yeah.
Let's recover.
We've been here before, right?
Yeah.
You recover for 4?
Yeah.
I feel like he should recover for like 6. Like he's in
or like
Asgard,
a
right?
million.
Like he's like hanging out.
Using my ability to get my hammer.
He's in the
Okay.
divine space.
3 to play Valkyrie, using a lightning resource, so she'll deal 3 damage to a minion. We'll get rid of the Prison Guard.
Oh, that's a good turn now.
And then Valkyrie,
That's a good turn.
I don't think I can take the Retaliate.
Whew.
Know what I mean?
I do. That's the biggest problem.
Let's do 2 damage here. Let's just get the record going. And then that's my turn.
Okay, not a bad turn at all. All right, well, I guess I'll take the mansion.
I didn't need it.
Pay 1 for Nakia. Discard here. All right, what's our turn gonna look like? I feel like I want this one here. And then I could do that, and then I've got one left over. Not quite enough, as usual. I feel like shrink is not as relevant here, even though I want it to be. Okay, I think we've done all the alter ego stuff, so let's go ahead and flip.
Sorry, Miss Marvel.
Whoo!
I appreciate the support there. You were ready.
You're so welcome. Okay. Oh wait, I gotta do this in alter ego. I did that, technically.
Done.
All right, let's go Clea, just to get some bodies on the table. Now, Clea, what's the story of Clea in the lore? Because it seems like she's built to just die a bunch.
I don't know. I've never heard of her. It looks like she's a Doctor Strange cat.
A strange cat?
I mean, she's just okay.
Yeah, she's a body.
A 2-cost body.
She's a 2-cost body.
She's a mystic, so maybe that'll matter someday.
You throw her in front of an attack. Now, you're the, so Thunderstruck is gonna be the guy. We could ping pong it to, yeah, nobody.
If you take one off of him, you can actually pick. It'll be one of these three.
But we don't really want Bulldozer, right? We don't want Pile Driver.
We definitely, he's the guy we want.
Okay.
He's probably the last guy we take down, too, for that reason.
Don't worry about that, then. So, Pile Driver, how are we gonna do this? I could also not play Clea, but I definitely feel like I need that to happen.
Apparently, Clea is Doctor Strange's ex.
Very cool.
She's very powerful in the comics, not reflected in the card.
Very, very cool.
That's what they said.
All right, I'm just gonna have to deal with this. Ugh. I hate this. I hate it. Let's do a momentum shift, because I haven't played the card yet.
What's it do?
That's a good question. It heals me for 2, and then it deals 2 to an enemy, but I can embiggen it, so it heals me for 2, deal 4 to the enemy. So I'll deal 4 to Pile Driver and take 1 for Retaliate.
Nailed it.
I'm going to pay for this somehow. And now I can either get Momentum Shift back in my hand and not play it, which I don't like, or I can just do a 1 damage, 1 attack back, or I can do a 1 thwart and a 1 thwart with Clea.
I like the 1 thwart play.
I don't mind that either.
And particularly on that half of the board.
All right, so let's thwart, and I think we keep Pile Driver low, so it's very unlikely. Now there is that card that transferred it to the lowest thing, but Wrecker will tie, so we can at least...
I like that a lot, yeah.
Okay.
This is the kind of like, you start knowing the algebra equation of how to balance this thing out.
The equation's a little bit better, yeah. Okay, stand and deliver.
All right, let's go Odinson. There's my boy hulking around. I love me some Hulk.
Ooh.
I can't wait for next month for Hulk.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. All his cards look awesome, too. They look super fun.
Yeah. All right, 1 on everything. I'll get my half the board if you get your half the board.
Okay.
And then we move the first player counter to the character with the most, which will be Thunderball. Thunder. And then he'll interact with us, starting with me. He's going to scheme for 3+.
Is that after attack ability? Is that after the attack resolves or after the attack's declared? After Thunderball Attacks.
After it resolves.
So if Clea is blocking it, she would block the attack, and then she wouldn't take the
That's
damage.
right.
Okay.
Good way of doing it.
I believe you.
3 scheme plus a special, deal 1 damage to the defending character. There is no defender, so 3 will go on. It'll hit its max. It will go down to 3, and it'll say, after threat is placed here, if 10 or more threat is here, stun each. Stole my stun?
Yours, yeah, you can
Here's
have
another
that
one.
back. Thanks.
And then now it's actually the lowest. So if we get that, move it to the lowest, it'll be him.
Stay on Thunderstruck.
All right, and then he's going to attack you.
Clea's in the way.
Thanks, Clea. A 2+ a boost.
2+ the Thunder boost. Coming at you is move the active counter to the least boom, and that villain schemes. So we can put it, yeah, that's the one.
All right, so he's a scheming.
So I take 2 plus 0 is 2. And then after Thunderball Attacks, 1 damage to every character I control. That's here.
Nailed it.
And then we have the schemes going on.
Okay, 3
3
plus.
plus 1, 4 on the scheme.
Back to 7.
Cool.
And then we get the bad cards.
Bad cards indeed. Terry Fuller asking, how was our weekend?
It was good. I had a good weekend. I've been working on Thor on the weekends, painting. The Crisis Protocol Thor, not this Thor.
Very nice.
What about you?
What did I do? Let's see. We got my wife ready to go to Colorado.
You're on your solo speed.
She left on Sunday afternoon. Let's see, we mowed the yard, did a bunch of chores, errands, etc. Got some food.
I got some work done too.
I got some work.
of that
Yeah,
stuff
I was
too.
doing a lot of Covenant work as well.
We got the radioactive buildup, +3 attack. After Thunderball Attacks, discard this card, but excess damage dealt by is placed as threat on the corresponding side
That's cool.
scheme. And then Escape Convict. I'm not on the right side to draw 2 from
Oh
that,
my
but
gosh, isn't that always just a bummer?
I need, and it's got Surge, by the way, so I get a free card. Buddy System. Choose a villain on the side scheme who has the least threat. Reveal the top 2 cards of his deck if he's the only villain. So, top card of his deck. So who has the least? Here? Or here?
What are you doing? Buddy system?
Buddy System. So I reveal one of these 2. I think it's probably here.
Yeah, just stay away from Pile Driver.
Yeah, I do
Pile
not
Driver
like
is
Pile
a
Driver.
disaster.
Oh, another Escape Convict.
Oh my gosh.
It's got Surge, so I assume I keep it going.
Is that only when you draw it or when you reveal it? What's the difference?
I don't know.
When you reveal a card, do you also draw it?
Oh, by the way, Clea shuffles back into your deck.
Yeah, she does. What is it? Why are we actually revealing cards from the top of the deck instead of drawing them? What's the whole point of that? Like under Fire, it says reveal a card from the top of the deck. Why would that happen? Why are we revealing? I've never even thought about that. What's the point?
I don't know.
You sure we're not just supposed to look at it?
Look at it. I don't know. Do I get another card from this? That's what I need to know.
It's put into play like reveal is essentially draw. That's what I'm saying, Crazy Jack. I don't understand what's
All
the
right,
difference.
So I'll get a new card. A Surge, because it surged. Lightning Blast. 3 threat on the scheme with the most threat. It's this one.
That one.
So it goes back down to 3.
And everybody's stunned.
And we're stunned. That's
We're already
hilarious.
stunned.
Sucker.
Idiot. Reveal triggers when revealed effects. Put into play doesn't. And you do still surge. Okay. I don't know. That's another weird thing. Have you done everything?
I'm done.
Okay. Tactical prowess. Move all threat from the side scheme with the least threat to the side scheme with the most threat. Least threat is here. Most threat is 6.
All right. It's kind of interesting.
If something is not triggered, then it gains surge. So it is going to surge.
Oof.
Do I? Yeah,
Yep.
from here still. Ball and Chain. Attached to Thunderball. After he attacks, place a threat on the main scheme. We can exhaust and discard to get rid of that. Chaos in the Prison. Choose to either discard an upgrade you control or place 1 threat for each upgrade. I'll place 1 threat on Thunderstruck.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I got you.
That's money.
All right,
Money.
great. First player passes over.
Why, thank you. Yeah, that's right, crazy. Drawing from deck was probably copyrighted by Wizards.
Got him.
Hilarious. All right, Pile Driver. I got something for you, buddy. Check this out.
Oh, yeah?
Get ready. Okay, now the question is going to be, how do we do this well? This, and then I could do it again, but I'd have to get rid of, I can't get rid of Amir Khan like that. I can't do it. I can mansion. I'm going to mansion myself.
Got it.
Don't hate me. Okay, here we go. Pile Driver. Let's start by playing this and this. Yeah.
I'm gonna answer a question while you're thinking.
Yeah.
Connor says, given all the throwbacks and lessons you are learning about ongoing text management, how does this scenario stack up? I think the thing this does that makes it not super painful is that if you just read the card and follow it, it resolves and does its thing. It's when you have a bunch of these like self-referencing, like all of these characters get this, and anyone, like if there were cards that were like every villain that has 7 or more threat in play gets +1 scheme, and like that kind of like static have to memorize and it changes all the numbers on the board, that's when it gets like a lot to manage.
Okay, how are we going to do this? I think we're going to do here. Okay, do that, and then do that. Back in hand, do that again. Ugh. Boy, that's ugly. That's ugly. All right, you heard it here first. Let's play the Night Nurse. Let's exhaust to remove my stun
Nice.
and heal a damage.
I do like that.
Let's play big hands with energy. I've got big hand energy.
You in beginning over there?
I'm beginning.
What's it do?
Don't you know it? 6 damage.
You going downtown?
Yep, 6 on pile driver. Gonna get it back.
Down to 16.
Then we're going to roll down.
Are we gonna take him off table this turn?
Do you want to? Is it imperative? How close are you? I'm at 16. I can contribute another 4. It would sacrifice a little late game, but I'm not worried about it.
I just have to do math, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. 12? Can you do 12 through your guards? You don't have guards.
Hold on. No guards.
No guards. No guards.
If I do that and that, it's 3, 4, 5.
Is it time to be the god of thunder for
6,
once?
7.
Oh, and I take one for Italian, I guess. Probably, yeah.
I've easily got 9. Or
Just spilled that water all over myself. Reminded this stream is brought to you by Nalgene water bottles. The water bottle you can trust. Terry asking, are we stoked about the in-flight report at the end of the month? I have no idea. I don't know what they could possibly be announcing. I guess that's kind of the point. But we haven't even heard any rumors. I mean, I hope. I mean, maybe it's like an X-Men thing. Maybe it's a.
I think
don't know, we'll be
I think
watching.
I've got 11 possible.
That's one less than we need. Wait another turn, I guess. Wait another turn. All right, Miss Marvel's gonna flip. Then we're gonna
But I wanted
back
it.
here for con. Do this, place a card from the bottom. Big hands in it. Okay, actually, I need to, before I teen spear, I need to make sure I actually have it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 15 signature cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes. Most important card. I'm a double guy myself.
I always said that about you.
Mm-hmm.
I might trigger worthy and get my hammer.
All right, Teen Spirit. Here we go.
Hurts.
That's fine. Just the wrong sequence on that one. Oh, I didn't draw my card either. Need to do that. There's an Iren Fist. It's worth something. So Amir put on the bottom, draw, and then Teen Spirit draw. And we're 1 short from Iren Fist, which is a bummer. Yeah, Keyforge Online would be great, Blake. I don't know. It seems like that's just not in the DNA. Polymer suit. I gotta hold 2. Ugh, that's gross. Don't like that at all. Gotta tell you, don't like that at all. All right, that's me. But what about you? If you had any floating resources, it's an Iren Fist in play, which is kind of cool. We could stun somebody.
I sure wish I did. Let's start where all good things start, right? Let's play Hulk.
Yes.
100%.
Did your plan revolve around Hulk hitting like...
Not necessarily.
It didn't. Oh my gosh.
It didn't. I was accounting for him hitting for at least 1, not the 2 that he possibly could hit for.
All right.
So I think the play here is Hulk on Pile Driver for 3. I'm going to flip the top card.
Take Retaliate? Yeah.
Yep. It's a lightning bolt, 1 to everything.
All right. 1 to Pile Driver, 1 to me. 1 to the board.
1 to everything. Poof.
So Hulk on 3.
You did an extra one there.
I did.
4
yeah.
total.
Yeah.
All right, and then do I care about these guys?
You say it's 4 total?
Should be 4 total.
2 and then the
3 for his
bolt?
standard attack.
Oh, 3 for the
and
standard
then 1
attack.
for
Yeah,
the
I did
lightning
3, I think. And then I did the 1 for
Yeah, he was at
Retaliate.
16, so. I'm going to heal 4. Who's going to be the main here? Nope, it's going to go down to 3. So then it'll be one of these 2, which is fine.
It'll be a Bulldozer, yeah? It's highest?
Wouldn't they go to 10, though, and flip back down?
Yes, it will. Yeah.
But then we're just discarding cards, so whatever.
After step 1 of the villain phase. Okay. Place 1 threat on each side scheme. Okay. Yeah. So then the most, yeah, you're right. So it'll go to Wrecker probably?
I'm going to save Valkyrie for a block. And I'm going to hope Hulk clears these guys out next round.
That's a good hope, actually. That's sick.
I feel like it's reasonable.
I can Night Nurse your stun away next turn.
Great, that would be great. I think this is what I do, yeah. I'm going to play the hammer here, and I have a hammer throw coming. So that's a big old punch.
So we'll get Pile Driver next turn, right?
Yeah, that is the goal. So let's ready everything and roll.
Okay, the ramp is built.
My little tiny hand size.
I'm just not, it's just hard to, I'm just taking her easy.
Yeah.
I just don't really care about the,
What's going
about
on
winning.
I feel like we deserve a week or 2 of that, you know what I mean? 1 on everything.
It's so stupid playing for fun. I hate it.
1 on everything. This goes to 10. It's going to pop back down to 3. We each discard 10 cards.
Only 2 for me. Thank you very much, but I will take... Where does that card come from? The current active thing is probably Thunderball.
Yep.
So we get the extra card here.
Yep. And then it will move to the thing with the most. I'm saying we go Wrecker.
Yeah, let's go Wrecker. We don't need that Pile Driver going on. What's up, Van?
And then he's...
Yeah, Anesthesia Cat, you can just see my head thinking more. It's always been the same. I just had a... My soccer hooligan look is much more thoughtful.
That's right. You're first player, so we're going to get Wrecker scheming on you.
Okay. 3+.
Oh, no.
What's it say? What's up? 2 to each friendly character?
Yep.
Friendly to him or friendly to us?
Friendly to all of us, which is a problem for me.
I mean, it's happening, right?
Or we could take this and make him the active.
Oh,
instead.
you gonna Pile Driver on me?
Well, what's it get rid of? It would only get rid of Jarnbjorn for me.
What do
It
we
would get
do?
rid of your mansion.
Yeah. Wait, is it support or upgrade? Discard the upgrade or support with the highest cost. You can't do that, can you?
Well, I'm losing Valkyrie and Hulk, which is a bummer.
Is Mansion worse or better than Valkyrie and Hulk?
I don't have an answer.
I mean, that's the question. Is there a chance you lose them anyway?
I'll just play it out.
Okay. 4. How many emergencies you got?
Not enough.
This is an emergency.
All
We're
right.
we're not paying attention at all.
Then he's going to scheme against me.
Yep. But hey, that's a bunch of scheme that's going nowhere. That's worth something.
Boosted his attack, so it doesn't do anything. So it's 3. This is going to go down to 3, and then each friendly character is going to take 2 damage.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
This is fine.
Okay. Then we get the bad cards.
Still no acceleration token.
Not yet.
Right there.
Until he gets
Masterfully
surge.
played. Attached to the villain's active side scheme. Threat can't be removed. You gotta do some stuff to do some stuff. Deal 1 damage to the hero with the fewest remaining hit points.
There are no heroes.
Or ally.
There are no allies.
If that character is defeated, place 3 threat. Ha! Who's laughing now? Wrecker?
All right, mine.
Can't hurt us if we're hiding.
Magic Crowbar. Attached to Wrecker. +1 attack. After Wrecker attacks, place a threat on the side scheme with the least threat. You can exhaust your hero and discard a card at random to discard this card.
We're just not honoring those at all, are we,
Nope.
right now?
And then Wrecker's command. Attached to Wrecker. After Wrecker schemes, place a threat on each other villain side scheme. Spend 2 physical resources to discard this card. Yikes.
Well, that was actually somewhat fortunate, I would
This
say.
passes over.
You want me to night nurse you real quick?
Yep. Heal 1
Fill
and
you right up.
flip it.
That's nice. That's very nice. I love you, night nurse. I bent my Wookiee. I'm going to use Kamala Khan's ability. I'm going to do all my stuff while you're over there tinkering around there. Get that big hands. And we're going to use Amir Khan's ability. Exhaust. Put 1 on the bottom of the deck. It's the energy. Draw a card. It's a genius. Zach, you need that mansion? Since I kept it just for the trouble of you losing your allies.
I don't think so, actually.
Okay. I'm going to
Maybe.
take it in just a second. That's true. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, that's actually very gross. By gross, I mean funny. As I often do. Guys, I don't even play Bruno anymore. I know it's good. I know it's good.
Can you do 2 there?
Oh, yeah. I can do that 1,000 different ways.
I got 1s that are going to be nice to get rid of. Oh, they actually would have put 2 on here.
Was that after all the stuff happened?
Well, so it would have advanced either way. It would advance when he did the big one on me first. And then it would have cleared, and then he would put 2 on. So
Okay.
he schemes first. His 3 plus against me is what made it flip.
Right. That's right. Yeah. We don't really want him to be active, right? Because he's got like 1 billion attachments, and it's really miserable.
No, we don't want him to be active.
Well, Wrecking Man Bulldozer to be the guy?
We want this guy to be the guy.
He's also got crazy attachments.
Oh, yeah, he does. That goes away after the first attack.
Yeah. Ball and chain. These guys are good.
They are good.
What are these guys doing?
Let's
What happened?
flip. No. Let's start with a recover.
Did you get that hammer back? Oh, yeah, here's your hammer.
It's on.
You got to spend all your time recovering. You need downtime.
Yeah. Let's go hammer throw.
Oh, she can't heal Odinson, is that right? Oh, it's got to be from a hero. You're going to go up eventually?
Yeah, I flipped.
Okay, I did it. I did it then.
Hammer throw for 8 here. I'll take a retaliate 1. Bounces the hammer. I'll discard this to use Jarm Bjorn to do 2 more. Down to 2. And then that is my turn.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I guess I'll take this card, eh?
Yep. If you don't need it, I can use it to play hammer.
Let's see where we end up. Let's see. It's hard not to just recover for 5 here, right?
That's a good, seems like the best thing you can do with an activation.
I'm going to start there because it's just the value. The value is too immense. Did we end up killing this thing? You did all this damage?
He's got 2 left.
Huh.
If you can do 2, you don't take the retaliate either. That was kind of the idea.
Very nice. So what's the weakest way that I can do 2 is the question. Well, you know, actually, the weakest way to do 2 is with an ally. And I'm just not going to get the stun, which is weird. Makes me feel very awkward. / uncomfortable. Now, I could also, instead of recovering, I could roll up, hit for 1, retaliate with energy barrier to hit for 1 more, and call it a day. I'm going to do that.
Now, the other thing... Hold on.
Back it up. We got to go back to thinking mode. Dang it. I wanted to
technically-
play some champions where I didn't have to think. What, can't we just go to like standard?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm doing that. That's just, the value there is awesome. Okay, so we would do this. Let's see what else we would do. First one's -1. So, ooh, and Brother Voodoo's here too. Oh my gosh. I've got it all. All right, let's do the energy barrier.
I do like that card.
I'm gonna roll up to Dogtown here. I'm gonna swing a pile driver for 1, and then I'm gonna use the retaliate 1 against the pile driver on energy barrier
Got
and
him.
call it a day. Rolling in with that energy barrier. He never saw it coming.
Eat dust, pile driver. Step 1 achieved. I'm less beat up at this point. These are terrifying, though.
1, 2.
It was also a bummer that I lost my Hulk NATO.
It's a total bummer. That is the case.
That was my plan.
All right, so then I think the next thing is if we go here and here, and that comes in, and then we do 1, 1. Yeah, let's do that. So let's play Iren Fist. Iren Fist is good.
Yeah, he seems good.
Who do we want? Somebody who's going to attack, we can stun, if that's of interest. And then I think he's going to have to block because that's just the world we're living in right now.
So Wrecker's going to be the main guy.
So we stun Wrecker, and then I take a big Wrecker attack, basically.
Do you have an ally to toss under the bus?
It's the only one.
Yikes.
Yikes. Who's our next target? Bulldozer?
Now, technically,
Should we start working on Thunderball?
I think Thunderball's the guy you leave. Because a stun is the least oppressive thing to deal with.
You know what? If we, instead of doing... We could actually, instead of doing the stun, we could roll in with Brother Voodoo instead. If I'm just going to have to soak an attack, I may as well do it with somebody who doesn't matter.
Yeah, I agree. And he's got more thwarties.
That's fair.
Now, technically with a 2 thwart as well, you could take 2 off of Wrecker and we could make Bulldozer the active. Oh, you
Why
can't take 2
wouldn't
off
you?
Wrecker because of held hostage.
Okay, take this big hands. Okay. Because it held hostage? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're getting good. What the heck?
We're 25% there.
Yeah, we've got it.
It curves pretty hard too.
Once you get we need to get a second one off the table, right?
Yeah, because then you just have to control 2 of their little side schemes, right? And like it gets a lot easier.
I mean, this is not going to get better though. These are all, they got like a billion attachments. Okay, and then we'll do polymer suit and 1 drop. Do it like that. Polymer suit, 1 drop, 4.
Throw your hands up.
I think it's big hands. I think that's right.
What's a big hand?
And in big hands, let's do 6 somewhere.
I dig it. Let's start working. Probably Wrecker, right? 2 to each character? That's a bummer. Or the discard 10.
Well, we're doing 6 damage.
Yeah, I know. Which one are you trying to get, though?
Which one do we want to kill? I think we start working on Bulldozer, right? Because after that, we can just throw allies in front of stuff. Bulldozer is the guy that hurts our strategy there.
Yeah, the only problem is this is the one that hurts our allies.
Mm-hmm. You think we can take Wrecker off the table next? Sure, let's try.
6?
Yeah, 6 damage there, so 5 on this side.
I got you.
And then I think that's about it. That's about all I can do.
All right.
Brother at Voodoo can do 3 thwarting somewhere, or 2 thwarting somewhere.
Can't be here.
Can't be there.
3?
Bulldozer?
That's 2, right?
It's 2, yeah.
So there's the cards that move it to the guy with the least, so I say here.
Do you want that to happen? I mean, it's going to happen eventually.
gonna happen
I guess we'll see
eventually.
what happens, right?
Yeah. So like this thing, anything that is extra, it ends up being threat here, so like I don't really care.
Yeah. The main thing is
Ultimately.
that 5 damage. So
Yeah,
as long as we have an ally,
someone's
we're
gotta
okay.
soak
As long as
that,
we have
yeah.
an ally, we're okay.
Okay, so we will draw first. Let's do that. I get a bonus encounter card.
Oh, wait, we had a mansion floating. Woo! Free mansion. Oof.
Better be good. We got rid of my Hulk for that.
Uh-huh. It is good.
Yeah.
It actually is very good. Very, very good. I'm not going to do anything else.
Thanks for that, David.
Dun, 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 dun. Do you guys ever play Ghosts and Goblins?
I did not. I don't know what that is. What is it?
I had oh my gosh, it's a classic arcade / Nintendo game.
Put one on all of it. Keep
And
telling.
I played it in college. I had my friend Brian and I, we made it a point. Do I need to add these?
I already did it.
Made it a point to try to beat it. It took us about 24 hours. And then you beat it and it says, a real hero would keep playing, and then it just starts at the beginning and everything's twice as fast.
That's hilarious. Crazy, but
It's
hilarious.
really aggravating.
All right, Wrecker's first. He is attacking me.
So you're going to have 2 attacks from your little guys too, huh?
Yep, sure am. So he's at a +1.
Wait a minute. So what's going to happen here when he
It's fine.
attacks you?
He's a 4, and then after he attacks, place 1 threat on the side scheme of the least threat.
Mm-hmm. No big deal.
So he's going to attack me for 4, and I'm just going to take it.
Ooh.
Acceleration token. 5/6.
Thor gets beat up a lot. Maybe that's kind of, I mean, that's how it works in the movies too,
He just
right?
gets punched. And then we'll put 1 here because that's what happens.
Yeah. And then same with Wrecker on me.
Yep. I'll shuffle this up.
Wreck on me. Yeah, David Whitfield, 100%. It's so good. That game is so good. You take 2 damage from your little guys? Your
Yeah.
little boys?
Yes.
Did you? Or are you now?
I am now.
All right. Buddy system. Move the villain with the least threat.
Thunderball.
And then I take an attack for 3. +1 is 4.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's handy. I've got this here wiggle room.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
And then I'm going to put it back in my hand. So play it, put it back in my hand, take 1.
Draw a card.
Draw a
You
card.
can also energy bury that bad boy.
Exactly.
Or nuke one of my minions.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yes. Your favorite minion.
Or not.
Or not.
What's my hand? No, it's...
Do you have stuff that kills minions? What do you do, Thor? Is that what you're doing? What's Thor even do? Thank you, Twan. It's my pandemic haircut.
Don't deal with these minions. I got them. You'll see why.
One back to Wrecker.
Yeah, sure.
Did we decide he's the one we're going after? Yeah, he's at 24.
Yeah, I
This
think
is
he's
guy.
the one.
It's time, Wrecker.
All right, and then now these are the bad cards. So we'll go here. We'll get another acceleration counter. Okay.
I get it. I have the unmistakable sensation that we're losing.
All of a sudden. Lightning Blast. Thunderball Attacks.
Hold on, I never drew up.
Oh, Lord.
1, 2.
Oh, this is actually the attack.
1. Okay.
Thunderball attacks me. Do you have a defender? This is the big...
Yeah, I got the Brother Voodoo guy.
A bunch. So it's
Defend.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Special. Move the active counter to the villain with the least threat. That's this one.
Okay.
So 6, and then all the overkill damage places threat here.
So 5 overkill damage. You can't hate that.
And then after
threat on
attacks,
the main
place 1 threat on the main scheme. Yep.
Okay.
Energy projectiles. When revealed, do 1 damage to each friendly character I control. Oh, God.
Oh, just you control. Thor's dead again.
Corrupt Prison Guard, draw 2.
Thor's dying, man.
Why is Thor dying?
Thor, why is Thor dying?
All right, your bad cards.
Tactical prowess. Move all threat from the least side scheme to the most side scheme. Okay, so clear the road goes to this one, triggers this, stun everybody. Boom. That's actually not a terrible outcome, honestly, being honest with you.
That's why we like them.
I'm an honest person. Held hostage. Can't remove the scheme unless you do stuff. Tactical prowess happens again from the least to the most.
Oh, you take 1 extra damage from Thunderball.
I'm going to energy barrier it. Over to Wrecker. Who's laughing now, Wrecker? Who's laughing now?
Yeah, I did draw 2.
Energy barrier is gone. Okay, so now we go 3 here. And that's a big old 9 there. And then it's Surge because ability didn't trigger. Lightning Blast. Thunderball attacks me. If it's undefended, place 3 threat on the scheme. It's going to be undefended. So attack on, Thunderball.
+1, and when he attacks, we'll put 1 on the scheme.
All right, so it's coming in at 3 plus special. If it's undefended, discard an upgrade I control. Well, that's handy. So 3 total. I'll wiggle room that to draw a card, prevent all the damage. And then I'll discard an upgrade that I control.
And 3 goes on, right?
It's going to be the suit.
Is that what we learned?
Yeah, and then 3 goes on.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
I think we did it. And after he attacks me, deal 1 damage to each character I control. So there's that. I think it's all done. And we all got stunned, right?
Yeah.
In heaven. I've got the nurse.
This is for you.
Thanks. And then choose either, yeah. And then lightning blast, yeah. If it's undefended, yeah. Okay. And then this, after he attacks, place 1. Did we do this the second time? The second attack?
Yeah. Well, this should flip up 1.
6
out of 12.
of 12. Okay. Wow. This is really, there's really a lot going on here. Okay. 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 So we can't deal with Wrecker's threat because we have to take an attack to do that.
Yeah.
The villain attacks, corresponding to the attached side scheme, attacks you, then discard this card. Well, that's not worth it, right?
I don't think so.
That's never worth it. Things have gone poorly here. All right, let's start talking about cards. Who needs them? You want them? Who wants a card? You want a card? Who needs a card?
No, I'm going to flip down and heal. And then ultimately... So bad. Do you have a way to get rid of my stun? That would be very helpful.
Yeah, Night Nurse, yeah. I can do that. I'll do that right now. Heal 1 and get rid of a stun.
All right, great.
You need any cards? Cards. Here we go.
I don't think so.
Cards? Cards. I'll take 1. Oh, nice. But I'm stunned.
Whoops.
How important is your stun being removed?
Take it back. You should have done that first.
Well, yeah, but how important is it before we...
Not really.
Is it more important than a tackle?
No.
Okay. All right, I'll heal myself. Who's laughing now, Bun? And this is a game where you discard something with no counters on it,
Yep.
I think. General rule. Okay. And the suit is gone. What a bummer. All right, Wrecker. It's time for you to get bent. Let's tackle
Okay.
the Wrecker. And it's going to be with 1, 2, 3.
He's stunned.
He's stunned, and I'm embiggening it, so it's 5 damage. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to make sure I hit my... Yeah, I got Bruno there. Make sure I hit my thing. So he takes 5, and he's stunned. Good. Excellent. All right, I'm going down to my basic mode. Are you prepared to understand and appreciate that?
Yep.
I might end up with an ally, might not. You can be able to deal with your minions. I don't know. All right, let's do Amir Khan. Put one on the bottom, draw one off the top.
This is so bad.
Let's throw Iren Fist on the bottom there. Maybe it should just be... Yeah. Let's throw our big hands down there. I feel like that's going to be right the time when we need it. The game's going to end. Boom. Okay. Then we'll do Teen Spirit. But these are all the good cards. Okay. Done. And then we'll go here and pay 1 for an energy barrier. Then we'll drop 2 for a shrink. And we've done it. That's my turn.
All right. Well.
You ever feel like other people around the table are better than you?
Yeah. Flip down. Heal 4.
Did you get rid of the... Okay, I was gonna ask.
No.
Do we need to care about this?
I mean, eventually that will matter. Yeah.
I could have done that instead of stunning
Let's
Wrecker.
go 3 for a helicarrier. Use my ability to get Mjolnir back. We'll go -1 and 1
Just gonna go to 9. Okay, we'll need to really care about it next time.
for a Hall of Heroes. And then I'm going to pass.
Okay.
My goal is to draw my thing that actually deals with these guys.
So we're just gonna basically take
There it is.
2 damage. So I also I can at least energy barrier one of them off
good.
of that advancing.
That's really good.
So let me draw my 6 cards.
I have a pretty okay moment coming up. Actually,
Wow.
instead of doing
I'm so inspired.
1, I would rather have 1 on the guard. I can AoE the whole thing.
Yeah, I agree on the defense front. It really, unfortunately, makes those cards just worse, and they had no reason being worse.
All right, so first thing, 1 on everything.
I'm going to add 3 to the main.
Shouldn't it be 4?
For what?
2 acceleration tokens? 1 per player? Or 1 per round? Yeah, you
Just
got
1, yeah.
it. All right, then I put 1 here. I'm putting 1 here.
1 here.
I haven't done 1 there yet.
Okay.
This goes to 10, so we're going to flip it back.
Everybody
down to
takes
3.
2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll shoot one of those at one of your minions.
We'll go here.
Oof. All right. Load them up. And prevent 1 and take 1.
All right, and then he's going to interact with you first.
So what do we got?
Scheming for 4.
This is Thunderball.
Yeah. Oh, no. Sorry. Scheming for 3.
Schemer for 3. No buffs.
No buffs.
3 plus. Deal 1 damage to the defending character. It doesn't matter. So I'll take 3. 3 on.
That actually says character, so you would take it.
I'm not a defending character, though.
Oh, that's right, that's right. Aha! Then I get my card.
Mm-hmm.
Are you scheming for 3? What's this do? Stun, fine. 4, so this will advance. And
We
clear.
get stunned again.
Already stunned.
I get
Joke's
it.
on you.
I understand how this works. It's just annoying.
It is indeed. And then these guys actually
Thomas, I don't think it was. I don't think it was that ruling.
schemed. 2 more for these guys now.
Yeah.
Then bad cards. Starting with you. Acceleration token.
Uh-oh. So we really have to care starting now. Uh-oh. We need to move, man. We need Wrecker off the table this next turn.
All right. You're first.
Buddy system. Choose the villain whose side scheme has the least threat. Reveal the top card of that deck. Least threat is clear the road. So we're going to held hostage bulldozer. That's just fine.
You know, and that's awesome. Says just signed up for the Covenant content membership. Watching you most weekday evenings, catching up but not live. I just jumped on live to let you
Hey.
know and say thanks for the great videos.
Thanks so much.
Seriously, appreciate you signing up. That's a huge reason why we're able to stream 5 days a week at this point. So much appreciated. Glad to have you.
Place 3 threat on the side scheme with the most threat. It's this one. We're
Sweet.
just going to get stunned again. This one doesn't matter.
That's why we leave him for last.
Yeah.
Mine?
Yeah.
Energy projectiles deal 1 damage to each friendly character you control.
Oof. Energy barrier.
No, it's just me.
All right.
Energy projectiles. Ooh, 1 away from death. Woo. All right, passing this over.
Thor is so questionable, man. You're taking a beating over there. You just have to recover your whole game. I mean, that's maybe a hero that runs endurance, but then you're even worse because you're not doing things except trying to heal.
It's crazy.
That's aggravating. Need a card?
Lord Almighty. Okay, at least that's not an attack.
I can take care of this.
Let's recover first, because I have to do that.
I'm scared. I am God of... It's very disappointing. All right, Wrecker, what do you... Can we kill Wrecker?
Hold on. I have to deal with this, which
I'm
is
gonna do all my Kamala stuff while I'm here. Starting
well,
with Nakia.
it's at least interesting, you know?
It's at least interesting.
We'll just go...
Draw a card.
Would a discount matter for you?
By the time I get done with all this stuff, probably.
All right. Let's do this.
I can certainly make use of the money.
I will be giving you a discount.
Can I make use of it better than Thor? Probably.
Play counterattack.
Oops. That wrong.
Let's flip. Thor is going to play a lightning strike. And I'm going to pay 2 with energy on it. So we're going to do 2, 2, 2. Who's the villain here? 2. So 2 to everything.
Ah, nice.
And that'll
You
give
did
me
it.
3 counters on Hall of Heroes.
Boom.
Which I can't use till next round, but that's fine.
But you're just gonna die, right?
No, I healed. You have a discount. I hope you have some blockers.
I can lay out some blockers, yeah. Now what I can really do is I can nick. I've got 1 discount from you. Is that right? You gave me a helicarrier. So I'll go -1 additional 1. Actually, let's go ahead and Avengers Mansion first. And then...
People asking if the lightning strike hits all the villains. It says deal axe damage to the villain and each minion engaged with you. So the villain is just the active villain.
Defensive stance.
This is number 2, I think. This is try number 2.
Yeah, probably. All right, draw 3 with Nick. Boom. Hand me a bad card if you would, please. From whichever deck it belongs. We got Nick out, though.
All right. Dude, Wrecker's down to 18.
I know, it might be a pile on.
Let's get in the achievable range. You have a lot to do, though.
I have a lot to do. And the things that I'm going to do are very questionable. So we're going to do this here. In fact, and then we're going to do this with these guys. Ooh, maybe I could get old Lucas Cage out here.
Oh, hilarious. My two side guys that schemed don't put 2 here, they put 2 here. So we're 1 away on that for whatever reason.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's only these guys that put it on the side schemes. That makes sense. Thanks for that, David.
That does make a lot of sense. Okay, I think I've got some play here.
All right, hit me with it. Hope you have a good turn.
I do. Okay, let's flip over. And I think I've got to burn the stun like this instead of recovering, which is a real bummer. Okay, we burn the stun. Then, first thing we do is we play Momentum Shift with a strength, and we embiggen it. So that is heal 2 and deal 4 damage to a hero. That's second burst, same as the first there.
Are you recurring?
Yeah, I think so. So that's 4. Then we do this. We do sneak by. And we're going to shrink that. So we're going to remove 5 from here.
All right. Bought us a turn.
Yeah. Then we're going to do 3 for Red Dagger.
Maybe bought us a couple turns.
Yeah. And then we've got questions. I think, what is this? Advancing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we probably need a couple. Did we just do 4 off of the main?
I think so.
I mean,
because this does not matter.
I feel like we're going to die of a real death before we die of
scenario death?
Of a scenario death. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm pretty close. I've been riding that line. The lightning.
I'm going to take 2 off here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do 2 to Wrecker.
All right. Down to 12. Can we do it?
Okay. That's
If I can survive long enough, it's going to start getting sweet because I got this Hall of Heroes trucking.
And we've got Nick as a blocker. We've got Red Dagger as a blocker. Now, if Bulldozer becomes the guy that starts attacking us, we're hosed. But we've been hosed before. We're no stranger to it.
We've been here before.
We've been here before.
All
okay,
right.
I'm going to remove this stuff.
Yep.
And all of these so
I'll
that
put 'em
I
on the
can
board.
get a little bit more.
That's fine.
I'll get a little bit more
Space.
room. Okay.
All right. So.
Main scheme. Done. All right, so now we add 1 to everything. And I'm going to add 4 to the main. 2, 3, 4. And did you add 1 here or just your side?
I just did these, I think.
Okay. 1 to everything there. Also need to draw my new hand, of course, because that's how the game is played. And then we go to where the things start doing things to us.
Thunderball.
Thunderball is the current active.
He's attacking me.
Okay. Do you want Nick or do you have shenanigans?
I wouldn't mind Nick.
All right, Nick
But
in.
let me look. He's 3. Yeah, I think I just Nick. All right, 3 plus a boost.
Nick at night.
Make it 5. Whew. Thank goodness.
5 to Nick.
Yep, you got it.
He's dead. Thank you
for your
Mr.
service.
Fury.
After Thunderball attacks, place a threat on the main scheme.
Done.
After Thunderball attacks you, deal a damage to each character you control. He didn't attack you. Or does he attack you?
He didn't attack me. He attacked, well, he did attack you, but I defended it, which means he now attacks me, I think. Because if he attacks me and overkills, it would overkill into me, right?
Yeah, but is he attacking you if he's attacking your ally? Didn't we? That's the worst.
He attacks you, and then I declare that my ally is defending, and then I think now he's attacking me.
So he would technically do 1 to everything you control.
Okay.
But he would have killed me if I had blocked.
Yeah. That's,
which is fun.
That's what we're trying to prevent. Now, the 1 he's going to do to me, I'm going to energy barrier that back to Wrecker.
You got it. I like that a lot. Okay, so now he's legitimately attacking you.
Now he's going to be attacking. Red Dagger's going to block that one.
May as well. Yep.
I can take 6. I can technically take 7 damage. There's no way he's going to do 7 damage, right?
Most he would do is 6, and you would cancel 1. But
he
after
also
he
does
attacks,
one
he's going to do
everything.
1. Yeah.
Okay, so have at the Thunderball. Oh, +3.
And then you energy barrier 1 back in.
1. Nope, because I'm not taking damage. Me.
Oh, yeah.
My ally was taking damage. And then he adds 1 to the main scheme. And then he does 1 to each character I control, which is this one. So then the energy barrier triggers for Wrecker, yeah.
Isn't that... think that's crazy. It's back up to 10?
That is crazy, yeah. We could have taken 2 more off of it. So if we lose on threat, we'll just pretend that we did that instead.
All right, deal. And then bad cards. Here. Give us another acceleration token, please.
Okay. Time's up.
Time to win.
We have failed the task given to us.
All right, tactical prowess. Move all threat from the side scheme with the least to the one with the most.
Everybody getting stunned?
Boom, we stunned. Already stunned. Joke's on you.
Everybody in the club getting stunned.
Get wrecked. Hero, the villain whose side scheme has the least threat attacks you. That is Bulldozer. We're going to block.
Oh, no. That's
3.
not good. Hold on, I might have to defend for you.
Well, I have 5, and I'm blocking for 2. So it would just be 1. I don't think he can kill me, and it lets me get rid of my stun with my counter attack. So
Okay, that's
3 plus 0, and I cancel 2. So I take 1, and then I'm going to send the counter attack back, but it's an attack, so it gets stunned.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
To Steven, tactical prowess. Move all threat from the side scheme with the least threat to the side scheme with the most threat.
Nice. Look
And
at
then
that.
it surges because...
All right, I'll shuffle this before
Is that Thunderball?
Yeah.
Is he the deck we're still pulling from?
We're still pulling from him, yeah.
So I get a surge. Yeah, we're looking at that UK shipping. We're so looking at it. I mean, we're not just looking. We're acting. Get wrecked. The villain whose side scheme has the least threat attacks me. It can be Thunderball or Bulldozer. I'm going to take Bulldozer.
All right, he's a 3.
I think I'm just going to take this right to the face. Right? I don't think there's any way around that. Uh-oh. If it's undefended, discard an upgrade. Ah! Why is this the worst scenario ever? So 3...
It's not worse than Rhino 3.
3 to me.
We also downgraded it to the most fun heroes we could imagine. And most fun aspects.
And then I discard an upgrade, so shrink or embiggen. Well, it's an embiggen, or it's a shrink. Shrink is
Shrink
out.
play.
Okay. Chaos in the Prison. Discard an upgrade you control or place 1 to the active villain side scheme for each upgrade. That's only 1. So we
Right
do
here,
1.
man. Nothing.
Active villain. Boom. I've been waiting for this. The active villain heals 3. Give him a tough status card. He's at 32, so he can't heal. But he does get a tough status card.
All right. This passes to you.
Okay, what are we going to do here? I know what we're going to do. We're going to play the Night Nurse.
Nice.
Nice. We're going to use the Night Nurse to remove my stun and heal 1.
Go get him, Charlie. Charlie. I have a discount if you need it.
I might. Can we kill Wrecker? Where are you at on Wrecker right now?
I am not great.
Not going to do anything?
I'm literally flipping down to draw 3 and seeing what I get.
Okay, so I think, let's see, I can do 4. I can do 6. If I have your...
I technically have at least 2 damage coming from an ally.
That's 8.
But then we can't, lest we forget about this.
I don't have anything I can do about that.
That's the problem.
Where are you on? Do you need a mansion?
I mean...
I'm going to have cards in different area codes, honestly. But I'm going to have to go down to Alter Ego to get them. I don't know. We seem to have lost this game.
Definitely.
I'm not going to lie about that.
Yeah. Somewhere between Thor and Miss Marvel, we couldn't get it done. I like that you leaned back and laughed off screen. That was really good.
What a disaster this is.
So, I mean, objectively speaking, I think we're on some of the weaker heroes with some of the weaker aspects. So I'm not shocked by this.
Well, we're not exactly like playing it great.
No, all the factors are happening.
We're
But
not.
the
We
first
just
week
don't
that we're
care
playing,
enough.
we're starting to see the cards, right? I'm learning.
I'm not turning this into a forever challenge. If we don't do it this time, I'm passing. We're not doing it again. That's what I'm saying. This is not a forever challenge for me. I will just not win it. I'm not doing it anymore. I refuse. I refuse. I'm gonna start playing standard and go explore some fun decks. All right. Well, I'll take. I feel like the card from Ms. Marvel is just better than Thor's card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easily.
Just needed to hear it. All right, there's the sneak by, but that's not really going to matter. Cubs, and don't say Thor's the worst hero. You'll get yelled at in the chat. Okay. Well, I guess we try to survive. Let's see, Nakia, Amir, Ms. Marvel. So that's one card, one card. Let's do a momentum shift to do 4 to Wrecker with Embiggen. Put 6 on that boy. And I'll heal 2. That's pretty cool.
I like it.
And then you a thwarting master? Roll down to alter ego. Let's use Amir Khan here.
Mm-hmm.
We Amir
I will
Khan.
say I think there are moments where Thor's cards are what you want, and I do not feel like this is it. I consistently feel like I have dead cards in this matchup.
Yeah. It's not just the matchup, man.
Just in general.
Teen Spirit. Oh, another big hands. So let's do. I guess here's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and thwart for 1 here because it's just awful. I could also do a double sneak by instead of the momentum. That would remove 6.
That seems good.
And we're getting 5 on this next turn. 5 on and on and on. So we could, instead of momentum shifting, we could basically do sneak by, back in hand, sneak by, and then draw a card, and I'm left with big hands and a haymaker. I guess we had to do that, right? So 6 off of this with the double. There's 1, 6. He heals back to 10.
Okay.
Get him 2 and 2. I take 2 damage. And then we roll down. We can't play any of these hero cards. So that's going to be it. Not great at all.
All right,
Wait,
mine.
did you have a reducer for me?
Yeah.
I think?
Mm-hmm.
If you do that, then I can embiggen a big hands or a haymaker.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't have the cards. Never mind.
All right, mine.
Bummer.
Let's
Such an interesting sequencer.
do this. Flip down, draw 3. Let's get my hammer.
Yes. That's a turn you're about to have.
Mm-hmm.
You can at least play an ally and thwart for a couple, right?
That is the goal. Well,
We've moved nowhere.
Thwart for a 1.
You're not very smart. I think the Thor problem is that you just don't have the brains, you know?
There's a lot of things.
I've seen
that are fun.
Ragnarok, you know? I've seen Ragnarok.
Let's play attack team.
Oh, there it is.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to save this thing like paying 3
let's
for
switch
6
that.
damage right here.
Let's switch
That's what I'm talking
And then let's play a Valkyrie who doesn't do any damage because there's no minions. And then let's quit.
You got any thwarting? We're not going to lose yet. I think we got one more good turn in
Well-
this. Do some tack team. Do 4 damage to Wrecker.
All right,
and,
let's
call it a
do
day.
2 damage to Wrecker.
Boom.
Let's do 2 damage to Wrecker.
Boom.
And then technically let's reduce so that I can play the hammer instead of discarding it because I was
The hammer.
over it.
And he does 2 damage each friendly character, so just watch yourself.
Yeah,
That's
it's
happening.
coming.
All right, then we got draws.
Yep.
Discard that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice.
Okay.
Boy, she's just doing nothing in her alter ego form. That's pretty amazing. All right, so now 1 to everything. So I'm gonna add 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1,
1 there,
1,
1 there,
and hit 1 there.
active is this thing, right?
Yep.
So then we do the things happen to us now, and the stun isn't gonna matter because we're both scared.
He's thwarting for, or scheming for 4.
So 3, 4 plus a card.
Mm-hmm.
5. Everybody takes 2 damage.
This goes down to 3.
Ooh, this can actually be the end of Kamala too.
Takes 2. And then he's going to scheme against me
Mm-hmm.
for 4. Nope, it's an attack thing. So 4.
He can't advance that. Anything happen when he schemes over there? Anything weird?
Place a threat on each other villain side scheme.
So that happens twice.
Yeah. 1
there and 1 here. Okay. Done. So now we do the bad cards.
Yeah. Starting with you.
Okay. Get wrecked. The villain whose side scheme has the most threat schemes. Uh-oh. That's the end.
We'll see.
No, that's the death of Kamala Khan, man.
I might be able to stop it.
Oh, no way.
He's
Well,
at 4 plus a
did you
boost
include that
card.
warning in there or something?
4 plus a boost card.
4 plus a boost of if this attack is undefended, which it isn't an attack.
And it needs 3 to go.
Yeah.
Double emergency.
Oh my gosh.
It gets 2.
It is an emergency. That's the best card in your deck.
It's crazy.
Oh my gosh. Corrupt Prison Guard for me.
Why didn't I get that guy?
I'd love for you to have it.
You're dead meat. Deal 1 damage to the hero or ally with the fewest remaining hit points. That's you, right?
What's happening?
Deal 1 damage to the hero or ally with the fewest remaining hit points.
I only have 2 remaining hit points.
I have 4. So you
Okay.
take 1.
But you have the fewest remaining hit points.
You have 1 remaining hit
Oh yeah,
2
that's
remaining
right.
hit points.
So I take 1?
Yeah,
Not 2.
just 1.
Okay.
Until I get the second one, you take another one. and if it kills you, we put another threat here, and so then I take 2 more damage.
Wow.
And then Thor cannot do this alone.
Yeah, Wrecking Crew's wrecking us, man.
Yeah.
I expected to just come in here and have a good time, but instead it's just
You got wrecked.
ugh. It's a good little scenario, honestly. Nothing like it.
Yep.
Nothing like it.
Yeah.
So are you one to like beat it?
I mean, it's our last actual challenge on Heroic, and
Are we
there's
gonna
not exactly
just
new
like
villains.
switch to the dream team then?
No, I'm not going all the way top.
You're not ready?
Like, to me, let's rank the characters real quick.
Okay.
So I think
Hot ranking coming in.
bottom tier is definitely Thor. Is probably like one of the like most situational and like
Wait, it doesn't say hero or ally.
to the hero or ally. So
There's
you
no
don't take
heroes
either
or
of them.
allies.
All right, we're not dead yet.
Yes. Save your despair. Okay, these are the bottom 5. Taking it. That was discarded. That was
So
discarded.
no one takes
that was
damage. That's
discarded.
crazy.
5, 6. All right. Well, hey, we're in this still.
And
But I
then-
would like to do that tier list.
I had a Hall of Heroes. I think the tier list, because if we have to run the craziest things every time, it's not what I'm after. But I don't think that's what the scenario is. I just think consistently, I'm looking at my hand and I'm just like, this ain't it.
Preemptive, iron, yeah. That was my discard pile, so this has got to be my deck.
And I had just done double emergency, which is these. Okay.
All right, that's actually not a bad turn then, is it? So we can kill Wrecker this turn.
Yeah.
It's
All right,
worth
so
something.
First player token passes to me. Way on that page. You have a minion, so that's going to be good. Okay, let's go for it.
I like that halfway reset there. That's very nice.
I'm going to flip to Thor. Actually, first, I'm going to recover 4.
It's a classic Thor move. You got to run endurance on him, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Flip to Thor.
I don't know.
Then I'm going to pay 1, 2.
I have very little heat for the...
Actually, no. I'm going to play Get Over Here. So he comes here.
Oh, nice. I'm going to start doing all this stuff.
And I deal 1 to him, and I get to draw 2 because of Thor's ability. And then...
Oops. Kamala's ability. Ooh, nice. All right, it's better now.
Let's...
And let me know if you need a card.
Oh, yeah. How about them apples?
Are you Ariel?
Yeah,
People want to know.
I got my hammer.
You are, yeah.
I'm in the air.
Ah!
I'm going to give you a discount in a minute.
Oh, cool. Do you want a card in exchange, or do you want me to take the card, or what?
You can have the card.
Man, this mansion's paid dividends this game.
Technically, if you don't need the discount, I'll get my hammer back into play, but that's up to you.
Okay.
I'm going to use a hammer throw for 3. We'll go here. It deals 2 and then 6.
Hey, that's enough.
Knocks out the Wrecker.
Get out of here, Wrecker.
Prison Guard is gone. Wrecker is gone.
If you don't mind, I'm just going to...
Yeah, I'm getting these. Let me slide these two.
Does this automatically go to the highest?
It
I guess
just
it
is,
will
it's
naturally.
floating, I
yeah.
think,
So
technically.
it probably is just going to go here, so I'll put it there for now.
Let's slide these.
If this feels better.
Yeah.
You thwarting yet?
No, that is not what Thor does, ever. These go here. It is much more manageable once you get it down. I get rid of the thing, so I'll put 1 on Hall of Heroes. Hammer's in my hand. Do you need my discount?
Well, man, that's a lot of math I've got to do all at once. I don't know. Do you need it?
It's just like, I can use, if you're not going to actually need it, I get the hammer out of my hand, so I draw a different card.
Have we asked how we're going to...
I assumed you were going to deal with it.
Yeah, it was an awesome assumption.
I mean, I didn't have anything to deal with it, so it doesn't much matter now, does it?
It doesn't much matter, you're right. Okay, so I need to recover so I don't die. But I need to play Sneak By twice.
I can at least block for you once.
Okay, then I'm just going to waste a Night Nurse charge on 1 health.
Yep.
And then I'm going to use Nakia to get -1. Then I'm going to roll up. And then I'm going to play Sneak By.
Did you decide if you need my discount?
I'm not sure yet. We'll find out. Just if I didn't, you can play
All
whatever. Nobody cares. 3 off. I'm going to kneel to put back in hand. I'm going to play Sneak By again. To remove 3.
All right.
I'm telling you, man.
Light of day.
I absolutely do need that discount. Yep.
You got it.
Here comes Red Dagger.
Get in here, buddy.
2 thwart. We'll just give ourselves some breathing room.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Boom. And then I'm going to hold 2 preemptive strikes so that whenever a boost card is turned up on defense, I'll be able to cancel it.
That seems good.
I don't know if that even matters, honestly.
Andrew's saying, what's the throwback this week? It's a middle or CCG. I'm going to be looking at unboxing and deck building and then some solo play.
Does that even matter? Because, like, what is canceling it? Because everybody's got 3 or more attack. So you cancel the boost, you still take 3 and die. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I'm going to swap. I'm actually going to just recover. It's too risky. And I'm going to not play that second.
Just going to risk it. That's cool.
Yeah, and so I discarded an extra card because I didn't get it back. And then I'll just hold these guys.
All right.
That seems fine, right? It seems fine. Now I did pay 2, so that means I get to play a card out of my hand that's worth 2, since I already honored that. So I get to play big hands this turn. That's good. Yeah. He's not tough. Who went next? Bulldozer?
Yeah. I think it's Bulldozer.
Big hands and big and 6 to Bulldozer. 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right.
You gotta watch it. It's happening, man. Right in front of our eyes. Okay. Draw up. 3, 4, 5. 5 only.
So 5 on the main.
5 on the main scheme. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9 out of 12. Not a big deal.
Okay.
And then Thunderball is going to attack us. Now, the problem with Thunderball is he's going to add to that main scheme.
We put 1 on both of these, actually.
Yeah. And then he's the main guy. And then he's going to come at
Me.
you first.
And I think we can both just take this, right?
Yeah.
3 plus a card.
Now, I've got an ally, too. Yeah.
I don't think it's worth using yet.
Mm-hmm.
3 plus, deal 1 damage to the defending character. Make it 4.
Okay. And then is he the one that after he does a thing?
After he attacks, deal 1 damage to each character you control.
And then place 1 threat on the main?
Yeah.
It's at 10. Okay.
And he's coming to you.
Coming at me. Swinging for 2, 3 plus 2. I'll go ahead and preemptive strike that one.
Does the 2 back to him?
Yeah, it is 2 back, so his tough is cleared, and I take 3.
Not bad, not bad.
Not bad. You can't hate that. And then Red Dagger's going to take 1, and I'm going to take 1. So I go up to 6. Red Dagger's up to 2.
Now, one of these boost cards makes an attack.
And we
then
get
it's
an extra thing.
the Red Dagger time. Oops.
So if he gets an extra attack here, we lose because of his add to the main scheme ability. Unless you got that emergency. You seem to have like 20 of them.
Well, I wish. Buddy System, the villain whose side scheme has the least threat, reveal the top card. Headbutt, discard a card at random from my hand. If I'm in hero form, I am. Take damage equal to the card's printed cost.
Here we go. Can I kill you here?
You cannot.
Okay. Divided by 4.
There's 1 that I want you to grab.
1 to 5.
That's okay.
Okay.
I take 1. And then my last card is Energy Projectiles. 1 damage to each friendly character I control. With that 1 damage, there was a card in my hand that would have killed me. Go ahead.
Is that it? Lightning Blast. Thunderball attacks me. That ends it. That's 12. Yeah, that's 12.
Yeah, so technically we could have exhausted a hero and discard a random card from our hand to discard this card.
I couldn't discard a here to do that, or
Yeah.
tap a here to do that.
Yeah.
I got more important things to do.
So let's do a power ranking
Okay.
of the heroes.
Yep.
And my goal of Wrecking Crew Heroic is I don't want to get to the top tier.
Okay.
So to me, the bottom layer is Thor. It's probably the bottom. I think the tier above Thor is...
Wow, that is devastating.
I think the tier, especially in this scenario...
You don't think She-Hulk's running around? I mean, it's close. She-Hulk's 1 up, probably. She-Hulk got some play.
She gets the free 2 damage. She has the extra health.
But her legal practice card is basically worthless because
like,
the defense ruling, or whatever that ruling was.
Her hand size in Alter Ego is not miserable. It's a 6, right?
It's a 6.
6 and then
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Thor's
4.
a 5 and then 4. And he can go
Yeah.
get his hammer, technically.
Yeah. And he's got to pay 3 just to be a normal hero.
Yeah. But then she gets the cancel 1 scheme every time instead.
Mm-hmm.
So she has 6 cards by default plus that.
Her character abilities are way better, yeah.
And then when she flips, she just auto does 2.
She's probably doing more damage than Thor.
Thor is like almost like a combo player. Because like he has turns where he has like 8 or 10 cards.
Mm-hmm.
If you get Hall of Heroes, if you trigger his 2 on the villain side, and then on the hero side, the next turn you play and get 2 more, it's like there's turns where he's going to have 10 to 12 cards in his hand,
Mm-hmm.
which means he's going to be able to do things that other heroes can't.
Yeah,
which is
what
why
are you
I
going
like
to
him.
do with that? Leadership or something?
But like, maybe there's a better aspect. He just feels too slow.
Take care, Daniel. Good luck for the birthday party there.
So, anyways, I think Thor, and I think close to Thor is like She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, and Spider-Man. Like
She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Spider-Man. Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
because like one layer up from that, and we're getting to like I think Doctor Strange is top at this point from what I've seen. One layer under Doctor Strange is like Iron Man, Captain Marvel almost.
Black Panther?
I think Panther's one layer under,
Think so?
just because he has like
It's hard to hate a hero with Vibranium in the signature pool.
he's good.
It's hard.
I think he's.
But not having an alter ego ability is tough.
Yeah, but he does have Golden City.
He's got that is his alter ego ability. If he draws Golden City early, he is unbelievably good.
So like I think it's like Strange, and then like Iron Man is kind of his own thing because he ramps, he gets to a place most heroes can't get to.
Mm-hmm.
And then one layer under that, I'm at like Captain America, Captain Marvel-ish. She's in that category. Same as Black Panther. It's somewhere in there.
Yeah, how many categories do you have?
Well, then that's what I'm layering it down.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, and like probably Black Widow is in that conversation. She's in the Black Panther range.
we haven't seen Black Widow really at her fullest yet.
Yeah, but like Black Widow to me is like good, not great.
All those mid-range heroes are like Black Panther, Captain America, Black Widow.
Like I think Captain America is like on the peak of that curve.
Yes, he's probably the top of that tier.
He's
if you were
almost the
doing
next
it.
tier, but he's not like Iron Man or Doctor Strange in my mind. So that's where like heroes that are in the middle there. Like Spider-Man is at the bottom of that mid-range.
You know, Doctor Strange almost starts out as good as late game Iron Man.
Yes,
Isn't that crazy?
which is why he's so crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, I think he's on his own category.
He
so
can
like,
draw 9 cards too with just 2 cards.
So it used to be if like we can't beat something, it was like we got to go Iron Man.
Mhm.
Like that was the thing, right? And then round 3 was the first challenge where we went Iron Man, and that still wasn't enough.
Yeah.
But I think Doctor Strange is the new. If we can't beat something, you just go straight. Like we were 7 weeks into Rhino, and then we were just like, all right, we played Strange 2 games and won.
Yeah, he's that good.
Yeah, so like
He's particularly good against that, but he's also particularly good against anything because that is everything.
I don't think he would be bad in this scenario.
No, not at all.
Like all those conditions, he just morphs into whatever he wants. All the card draw, all
Getting
the
tough is great,
resources,
yeah.
all the. So, anyways, I think he's the like, he and Iron Man are on my kind of like, I don't
Like
want
it's
to go here
cheating?
unless I mean it's not cheating if the world's coming to an end and you need the greatest heroes, right? Like that's just where they fit in my mind, and thematically it's kind of cool, right?
And sometimes Iron Man won't work
Totally.
if it's too fast.
If it's
he
too
won't
fast,
work.
but in this scenario,
He
he'd
would
be
work great here.
He would be so good here.
He would destroy.
Because he also has the helmet that removes 1 from each side scheme,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like just
That's
clears
true.
the board.
Yeah.
So
As long as they don't discard his upgrades.
he's
That's what he's
got
gotta
to
look at. He's gotta run
that
all
Stark
those
tower.
downloads.
It's just this actually lets you build.
Mm-hmm. You got plenty of time here.
Yeah, like you were
Plenty
getting
of
your stuff
time.
out.
Yeah.
Thor is just like derping around over here, but I think the interesting heroes range to me from like technically She-Hulk's fine too to try, but it's anything under. The last thing I would try is like Captain America.
She-Hulk's interesting. Captain Marvel's interesting.
Black Widow's interesting.
Widow's
Spider-Man's interesting.
Yeah, Spider-Man's cool. Spider-Man seems to me like he'd really be better against like a singular big attack villain,
Yeah,
which is
not
the backflips and the.
because he always struggles with scheme, right?
Yeah.
He's got the bad thwart. He doesn't really run justice particularly well. So I think in this case, right, if we're also running aggression protection,
That's true.
which I think are,
we beat the Rhino with double leadership.
yeah, and I think it's because that's again, allies are the most useful thing in the game. Although this puts pressure on allies because the 2 to everything is a bummer against allies,
This
and the
would-
1 to everything is a bummer against allies.
That would be very tough. Actually, this would eat leadership's lunch most of the time, I think.
Yeah, but this would do well with the leadership that's the churn and burn,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like they're block and then they're gone before you even get to the other half of the phase.
Yeah.
But Hawkeye's not exactly lighting the world on fire here. Vision's not going to be a great investment here. So that's interesting as well. But
And Justice is even weird here too. I mean, The van on the main scheme is a hugely good play.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
run one van.
That's ridiculously
You'll
good.
definitely get to it, right? You will see your van. You'll put 4 on, and now it needs to get to 16 instead of 12.
Yeah.
But like, I'm interested in continuing to play this because I don't. It doesn't.
I'll do it again
It's
next
not unachievable. But,
Yeah, no.
But I will come up a tier up, right? I'll
All right,
be
so
looking
who's
at
next?
who do you want to
Why
play?
don't you play She-Hulk? You haven't played She-Hulk ever. See what you can get into. She's kind of got combo potential. If you draw a split personality early, you can do
Yeah.
some really insane turns.
I should probably play She-Hulk at some point. Top 3 for me. How about we'll just start there?
Yeah.
Top 3 that I would want to play. Now She-Hulk has to enter the question marks. I always love playing Spider-Man. I feel like I need to play Black Widow at some point.
Yeah.
Um,
Somebody needs to play Black Widow next time.
yeah,
It's good here. I think it's really good here, actually.
she's great. I think she's in the Captain America range for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I just haven't played.
I
her
would
that much.
easily play
Black Widow.
Black Widow. Yeah. Or Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel's great.
Yeah, she is great.
What's the fly-in threat card?
It's like remove 2 from
Crisis
2
and
different
Addiction.
things. Yeah,
It's not terrible here.
I agree.
You get two scheme, probably the main scheme and whatever the side scheme you don't care about.
Yeah, I definitely think I will say about Miss Marvel and Thor, 3 and 4 player is a different ballgame altogether.
Mm-hmm.
And so like they feel like utility players, in my mind, and like it reminds me of like Lord of the Rings where.
It's the third slot is the leadership slot or whatever
Yeah,
that was.
it's the third
It's
slot.
spirit and it's tactics, and then if you can afford a third
That's
slot, you get
100%.
to have fun with it.
Yeah,
But
so, and it's kind of the same in Arkham, where it's like in Arkham, someone has to be the clue person, and someone has to be really good at attacking.
yeah.
And then if you have a third person, they can get weird, right? And I feel like it's cool because that's where these heroes fit in my mind. Because like if Thor just occasionally has a 10-card turn, just random, he's not necessary to take care of the threat or the villains. He can just do whatever he draws into.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But in 2-player, I think it's a very specific dynamic going on.
I would, and here's some hot takes too. If I were to re-skin some of these cards, I think She-Hulk, you put Focused Rage, it costs 2 or maybe even cost 1. It already has a cost of taking damage. It allows you to fight your weakness. I think that puts her on the like Captain America level. I think there's 2 Focused Rage in there if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's only 1. But I think if that's a lower cost, that alone probably makes She-Hulk everything that she needs to be. And I think with Thor, man, I would go straight up just. I'd either go Lightning God of Thunder, whatever, is 1 cost instead of 2, which is crazy. Like, if Captain America is at 2 cost and usable in both forms, then he should be 1 cost, usable in only 1 form. That
Yeah, it
should
doesn't
be
make
the
any sense.
spreadsheet. The algorithm should say,
Yeah.
this makes a lot of sense.
Well, I feel like with
And
Thor,
even just go 6-5 on Thor.
I think even if he was 6'4",
Like She-Hulk, which is a template.
there's no reason for him to have 5 and go get the hammer ability.
Well, it's like that weird design mentality where like, well, you got to do that because he could get better because he can get his hammer and he can draw cards with, and it's like, but that's what should make him good, not normal.
Yeah.
That should make him great, not average.
Because like She-Hulk's getting the 6th card and just gets a free cancel. Like she's strictly on that side better than him
Right.
because she has the 6th card anyway.
It also, you know what, Thor's design is a little weird to me because like your whole game, I think what we've seen is actually the next level of heroes seem to be getting a little bit more away from this, which is like if Thor doesn't see Asgard, if it's like the last card in your deck, you probably just have an awful game. Like if Black Panther doesn't see Golden City early, it's like, oh, you're just way worse. I think that was like early ideas that just probably are not as relevant. Doctor Strange, I guess, has some of that. Maybe it's kind of that conquest thing where like if you see your one of super powerful thing, it's really good, and if you don't, then well, you're less good.
I just would imagine you want the heroes to feel like the heroes every time.
Yeah.
Not sometimes. He's sometimes Thor. But that's where like honestly the only thing that I think would, if I were tweaking Thor to try to get him into playable range, hand size of 6 on Odin's Son, and then now his special ability is he really has a 7 hand size because he gets to the hammer, and you have to choose between using it as a resource or playing it as a thing. And then I think when he flips, 4 is fine. There's no reason he does not have 3 attack. default.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's insane.
Like,
It has to be 3. He's the god of thunder, Zach.
that's
God of Thunder versus She-Hulk. He's got 3.
Because-
he's got 3. We know he's stronger than Hulk. That was proven in the movies, right?
He should be. But like have at thee, he essentially like you also add on top of it his have at thee. It has the ability to spike really high because if you draw a minion, and also then in your turn you play a card that gets you a minion, you just drew 4. Then you have to deal with 2 minions, but that's a different story.
Yeah, but that's the thing. All of his stuff that makes him good has a downside.
Literally. So that's where like his hero ability, he's not as strong as other heroes. Like
Watch that one get a minion, draw 2 cards.
yeah, and it's
Sometimes
like
it's good.
the ability though is conditional.
Right.
So like Captain America, for example, has the same amount of attack, but he always gets to go twice.
Right.
And he can thwart if he wants to. So like, and he's got an extra hand size card. And on the flip side, he has an extra card and an ally discount.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if you look at the cards, also Thor's cards are worse.
Yeah. So Super Soldier Serum compared to Lightning, God of Thunder.
That's my question. Is like, what is Thor doing that Cap's not doing better?
Yeah, it's a good question.
And
What are
again,
his signature
Cap's
cards?
good.
Show me the signature cards again.
So he's got-
There's got to be a secret to this or something.
He's got Lightning Strike, so you can spend X number of lightning resources, deal that much damage to the villain and each minion. So like,
That's fine.
but Cap is literally a 0 cost. Discard any number of cards from your hand, do 4 damage to that many characters.
Yeah.
Which, unless you're paying more than 4, so technically you could pay like 8 and do 8 to everything. But like, no minions need more than 3 or 4 damage.
Yeah, that's
So
shield toss is
shield toss
universally
seems
better,
better.
I would say. Unless there's a lot of tough, and then maybe it matters.
Hammer throw. So if you have the hammer out,
Yeah, which is good.
you can exhaust it, deal 8 damage to an enemy, return the hammer back to your hand. It gains overkill.
Mm-hmm.
So
3 costs for 8.
plus you had to have a 1 cost in play that you bounce back to your hand.
How much is swinging web kick?
3 for 8.
3 for 8 with no conditions at all.
No conditions at all.
That's interesting, isn't it?
And Captain America has a 3 for 6 that stuns if you use a physical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like everything just needs to be 1 less.
For Asgard, search your deck for an Asgard card. That could be good.
I mean, kind of. What is it? What are the Asgard cards? Is it just Asgard?
No, it's Asgard, Hall of Heroes,
Okay.
Valkyrie, Lady Nymph. Yeah.
The problem with search, especially in this deck, is that everything's already so expensive that if you pay 1 to search for Asgard and then play a 3-cost Asgard because that's what you need to
Well,
be good as a hero, that's your whole turn.
And you
can't
can't
have a
be doing
turn
that
where you-
in Thor mode. Then you have Guard of Thunder, which is just objectively worse than
Super Soldier.
Super Soldier Serum.
Yeah.
Asgard, of course. There's a 3rd hammer throw. Guard of Thunder. Lady Sif is really good. 4, and she readies Thor.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
She's really good. Yeah.
I think that's a good card. Then the real thing that he's doing, that he has 2 of, is Defender of the Nine Realms.
Mm-hmm.
But like, even then, it's like you remove 3 threat, but you take a minion.
Yeah.
And technically, when you're in Thor mode, that's also draw 2 more cards.
Yeah.
So like, that's a pretty good card.
Yeah, that's a good exchange.
And then he's got his helmet, which gives him +5 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
But then even if you look at Mjolnir,
It's like that's like an upgraded endurance.
which is, my favorite card. He also has 14 health, which is more than Cap has. But then Mjolnir is just a worse shield.
Yeah.
Like, he gets aerial, but there's not that much to do with aerial right now. He gets +1 attack, which is fine. Whereas
Takes him to a
the
normal-
shield is retaliate 1 on every attack that comes at you,
Mm-hmm.
and +1 defense, which is...
It's supposed to be the offensive version of Captain America, right? That's what this is supposed to play like.
It's what it seems like it should play
That's
like.
the way it wants to play, yeah. +1 attack is 0. I'd just have Mjolnir give him +2 attack. I mean, come on. Even aside from like balance reasons, it just doesn't feel like Thor's like coming in and being awesome.
I feel like Thor should be smashing people with a hammer.
Like smashing.
And even the design being that you don't really want to have the hammer in play. Like, that's
yeah, that is
weird.
weird, right? That is very strange.
Like Caps, it's like it's always a sacrifice where I have this big effect that bounces the shield back.
Mm-hmm.
But like this big effect is 8 damage.
Well, the reason that also doesn't make sense is Cap is throwing the shield. I mean, it's like the idea is like it's like this weird like boomerang effect, and it's kind of giving you that sensation.
And he does throw his hammer.
He does throw his hammer, but he also smashes with his hammer, so he doesn't necessarily need to.
But I feel like the throw with the hammer,
Put it back in the
just
hand.
doing 8 with overkill is versus like Cap, who could use the 0 cost, discard 3 cards, do 12, 4 to 3 different enemies. It's like, that's so good.
That's crazy good. It's
But
exceedingly
8
good.
to a single minion, and then also overkill.
What if you've God of Thunders for 1 cost, though?
That would help.
It's almost like everything. It's almost like everything, man.
Well, I also feel like as God of Thunder, like, how are there not more cards interacting with lightning bolts?
Mm-hmm.
You literally just have these 2.
Just the 2 lightning strikes?
But, like, it seems like he should just be all the lightning, right?
That's where it's
these
like-
God of Thunder should be, like, 1 for 1, only in hero mode. And then, like, just lightning bolts for days.
Mm-hmm. See, for Hammer Throw, here's what I would do. I would just rewrite it. If it were me just like messing around, I would say Hammer Throw says exhaust Mjolnir, deal 8 damage to an enemy. Then you can return it to your hand if you want to give it overkill. Simple, right?
Or return to your hand to do 8 more.
Or something like that, yeah. But at least like if I just want to stay out here and just rock stuff with hammers, if I just want to do 8 to the villain, I don't have to lose my hammer to do it.
Someone just said something that I think is correct.
What's that?
Adam said, I feel like Mjolnir should just be free.
Yeah, just 0 cost.
So, like, if it's like exhaust it, bounce it, play it, it's like, that feels more like what he does, right?
Yeah.
But this is like rarely, because his hand size is 4, this is the combo of things. It's like rarely can you actually hammer throw and get the hammer back down. So you want to have the hammer down, attack, hit for 8, bounce it, flip, use it as a resource, get it back into your hand, use it for a resource again, next round, get it back again. And like there's a timing structure there. But the problem I kept having is like, I know that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
There's only 2 hammer throws in the deck, or there's 3. And it's like, but the moments where you have the resources to get the hammer down, attack, do the hammer throw,
Do the hammer throw.
flip, discard the hammer, use it, get it back, is like, that is an exceedingly rare moment.
Yeah. And all that work for 3 for 8.
That's the big
I mean,
thing.
3 for 8 is like everywhere in this game.
Like the conditions, and then if you don't have the hammer down and you can't get it, this card's a dead card that you have 3 of. So like you want to get the hammer down, but your whole strategy doesn't want you to have the hammer down.
That's a weird situation. It's a very weird situation.
Yeah,
And Cap doesn't deal with that, right? He always wants the shield out.
always.
The only choice you have to make is do I want a shield toss or not, right?
Yeah, because shield block cancels all damage, exhausting it.
Yeah.
That's it. And then retaliate 1 +1 defense is great because he can ready himself, and +1 defense is awesome.
But if you ever lose the shield, you're kind of hosed. If you lose Mjolnir, you can always get it back.
You can always get it back.
Which is the idea. Hammer, it always comes back,
Yeah.
right?
Apparently, they're saying that someone was mentioning that Thor was nerfed a little bit just before release, just before going to print. And that's
Yeah.
common. Like, it's like you feel like something's a little too strong, and then you tweak it, and then it just, you pull the right linchpin out, and all of a sudden it
Yeah.
goes from a little too strong to way under.
Just strictly, it's playable. You can have a good time with it. But I think strictly by the numbers, it's very obvious that the numbers are too high.
Yeah.
Like just in various places, they're just too high.
I definitely like. I appreciate the theme they're going for, and I think it's totally fine, particularly if you're playing standard. Like I think he's more than capable of playing a standard game and doing just fine. But when you get into heroic, it's painfully obvious really quickly.
Different world.
And you know, maybe we're just totally playing it wrong. So if you think he's great, I'd love to see it. I just find myself, when I was playing at least, struggling. You just don't feel like you're doing anything. And then you
You're doing a lot of fancy stuff to do whatever hero does without fancy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically like, look at Miss Marvel on the other hand. It's like, I play my Embiggen and Shrink, it stays out the whole game, and all of my events are now doing incredibly, like, it's incredible value. Now I'm at 2 for 6 on a big hands. That's all I got to do.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Consider that. You can do 3 for 8 with getting your hammer out, bouncing it back to your hand, and all of that. I play Embiggen, and for the rest of the game is 2 for 6. 2 for 6. That's way better than 3 for 8.
And yeah.
It's insane.
And that's not the most efficient.
And I can
thing
get it
in the
back.
game.
Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah, David Whitfield saying, being a solo player mainly, Thor is the hardest and least enjoyable to play. Yeah, I can imagine. Speaking of David Whitfield, I want to show this off.
Dave Whitfield said also spinning the hammer is so wrong and not thematic.
That's the real problem.
I agree, Chad. Thor should be probably the hardest hitting hero, maybe behind Hulk. But alas, it is not. Let's go.
Hey, David sent these to us, and they look awesome. And I just wanted to say thanks. David's in the chat. I'll hand you this one since you're playing
So
Miss
yeah,
Marvel.
check this out. So here's how this thing works. Hold on, I'll put it on the... We got all the cosmic boards and stuff, so it's not as relevant for us, but it's worth looking at. So this is how David does it, and it's maybe a good idea. I'm going to give some people some real terror here by just like sliding all these cards over.
Yeah.
People like me. So here's Miss Marvel, and it's got like slots for all of your different cards, right? So you can put cards in your little, and then the rest of the slots basically have just like cool comic book covers. I think it's a cool idea, David. It's great. You guys can see that, right? Yeah. So there you go, and it's like a nice thematic experience. And then if you want, you can put your you can put additional stuff over here. You can put your enemies, minions over there, etc.
Yeah, it's super cool. And there's some Arkham ones too. That's upside down, but you get it. Super cool. And it's just want to say
What
thanks.
else you got? Who else you got? You got Miss Marvel.
We
What else
got
you got
Red
there?
Skull. He's coming out soon.
Oh yeah, see that'd be cool. You can hit Red Skull up and get
Play
your
it up.
side
I think that's the
schemes and stuff.
subscription logo right there.
Yeah, it is awesome, David.
And then Spidey's, of course, one of my faves.
Oh man, hold on, look at these
the
covers.
comic covers. I love that Venom one.
This is a great cover. I actually remember that from some
Him
point
and MJ.
in my life.
I love the upside down Spider.
Spider-Man's cool.
I'm a fan. BP.
Black Panther also the coolest.
He's cool. I love him on the throne here.
That's great.
Doing
He
the
looks
thing.
so much more menacing in the comic books than I think he does in a lot of the.
He's just ferocious.
Yeah,
looking.
just way more ferocious.
Almost
Dig it.
feral, as you would say.
Dig it.
And old Capitan. I used to have that as my computer background forever.
That's not surprising. Yeah.
It's kind of melodramatic and whatnot. So there you go. David, thanks for those. It's
Yeah,
nice
that's
to see.
awesome.
Appreciate the note as well. Super awesome to send
Very
that.
cool, David. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody else out there. That's about all that we've got, I think. Let's see. What do we got? Let me catch up with chat and make sure we didn't miss anything.
That was a good little refresher.
Yeah. What's Super Duper Expert, Steve? Thor Solo versus Super Duper Expert. But I think, and this may be, I mean, this is obviously the case for a lot of heroes. I think there are some heroes that are universally going to be pretty good against most things. I think like people like Black Panther and Captain America and Black Widow and Captain Marvel and all the people we listed, Doctor Strange, are on that list of like pretty much always going to be doing their thing, and it doesn't really matter what
What's
the
going
villain's
on.
trying to do because they kind of have answers for everything. Thor feels like the kind of hero that is maybe good at some matchups, but not like good enough that it's a blowout whenever Thor is playing in that matchup.
Yeah.
But then sacrifices that for being pretty bad at some other matchups. Like there are some matchups that just don't really have minions. Like certainly don't have as many minions.
So there's a 60 card villain deck here, which is big for a villain deck because there's 3 stacks 15, and there's 8 total minions. So you have not even a 1 in 6 when you're pulling. So if you're doing 2, you're looking at a third of the turns you're gonna get a minion, and then if a third of the turns you're in your alter ego side, then like you're looking at a 20-25% chance of hitting when you're in Thor. So you're a 4 card hand that many times, and then his engage and minion stuff, like it just comes with downsides. It's a problem.
You know what? Here, check this out. We got ideas. We got ideas in different area codes. What if we said the following? So Hammer Throw is an exhaust Mjolnir ability, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what if there was also, Mjolnir had another ability, which was when you engage a minion, exhaust Mjolnir to do 3 to that minion, 2 to that minion, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, doesn't that feel better?
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, I'll pull a minion out, just like smack him around with a hammer, draw my 2 cards, and then I go to the next round and I can't hammer throw because my
I
Mjolnir's
smacked him with a
exhausted.
hammer.
Right.
That would make Mjolnir good.
Way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. It also should probably at least have +2 attack. At least.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of little tweaks, right? But like the idea
It's one
of what's
number here and
going
there.
on is good, right? He's doing what I would expect him to do. My biggest things would be more use of the hammer and then more use of lightning bolts. I feel like if Captain Marvel wants more lightning bolts than Thor,
That's a big question, isn't it? That's a big question. In fact, it makes me want to look at every card and just be like, let's just make this focus on lightning bolt resources.
you would almost think that they would all do it.
Yeah. Huh. Or like God of Thunder generates 2 lightning bolt resources when you use it.
Yeah.
So like you
And it's
can't-
hero only, but it's that whole thing.
Yeah, but you can just like start wrecking.
Yeah.
Huh. I like it. Well, hey, maybe we'll think about designing some stuff and see if we want to change it. Thanks for checking us out. I lost my hair this weekend.
It's gone.
because
Never to return.
I didn't want to go get it cut because I don't want to catch a disease. Is it likely? I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing, I don't have to risk it if I stay at home and shave my own head. Zach's next. Take him out, Zach.
Yeah, I don't know that I have a great shaved head look. All right, hey, thanks for being here. That was fun. We'll be back next week with Wrecking Crew. If you missed it, we discussed Kang in a separate video before this. We really appreciate you being here, and we're having a good time. We'll deal with Wrecking Crew next week, and we'll move along. Have a good week if we don't see you on the stream. If not, we'll catch you on the future stream. Stay safe out there, and we'll catch you.